What is up, watchers? Magnus here, and today we are finally back with some webtoon. And today we're going to read Doombreaker again. It's been quite a while. I know. It's been so long, but yeah, we're back with it finally. So before anything else, go down in the description, press the link towards webtoon, and read along with me. And before we start reading, gotta shout out Patreon. Of course, if you want any other shows and series and stuff to watch them, Patreon is the way. $2 a month and you'll get all access and you can see all the series you want. So yeah. But enough about it. Sup, Max Blaze. Angel. You've been warned, as you can see. This episode contains depictions of violence that may be upsetting for some readers. Så vi igång. 25 years earlier. Your two sons share an uncommon magical resonance with one another. When one uses his mana near the other, his mana is activated as well. That's probably why they act differently when they're apart. They act the same and make the same facial expressions when they're near each other. Although it's an extremely rare phenomenon. They both have a large mana capacity, as well as a strong natural sense for mana. So they could grow up to be a powerful knight duo if you train them well. Magic Tower Master Grand Sorcerer Henrik, father of the twin knights Earl Hugo. But if I just leave them as they are, the two of them will end up stuck in their own little world. I need to do whatever I can to help them. Thanks to the tireless efforts of their father, Earl Hugo, Castor and Pollux grew up to become promising knights. Alden, who took an interest in them, secretly pulled some strings to ensure that the two knights wouldn't inherit their family's noble title. Then he hired them to work for him. Gotta marry it. And he gave them each a sunblade and a moonblade to maximize the magical resonance between them. So cringe. This combination of the Sunblade and the Moonblade brought the twin knights' notorious technique to perfection. He'll leave himself exposed for a second after an attack, while he's getting in position for the next one. That's true for everyone. However, every time the Golden Knight pauses, the Silver Knight steps into attack. Using their magical bond, they can control each other's swords and exceed the limits of their individual precision and speed. This creates an impenetrable storm of sword attacks. Steven Ocean Restaurant. That's such a weird... Wait, that's not a name though. That's a restaurant. So it's like a restaurant. Steven Ocean's restaurant. Not bad. There are no pauses or breaks when they fight together. I see. So this is the technique. That's right. Similar to the Dragon King style floating cloud. Floating Cloud, a secret technique of the Dragon King martial arts style. This defensive technique sharpens electrical yin and yang energies and allows you to deflect enemy attacks when fighting alongside a fellow disciple. It's not quite the same as a twin knight's ability, since the source of this is electricity while the twins use their own mana. They both instantly convert pulling and pushing energy into attacks or defense. In that sense, they are quite similar in terms of their use. Having mastered the secrets of Floating Cloud, I can resonate with the Golden Knight using the Moon Sword and create an eclipse. Then, after I determine the flow of his attacks, I'll slice him. You bastard! Could this be? I never told anyone the secret of the eclipse technique except for Lord Alden. How the hell does he know it? What kind of awful things did they do to my loyal brother Pollux to make him give up the secrets of our technique? In that moment, Castor! Castor once again heard Alden's screams ring in his head, but ignored them. 3 minutes. No. 1 minute. I'll kill him in 1 minute. It's just like Zephyr said. After seeing me use the Silver Knight's sword and technique, he won't be able to ignore me and leave, no matter how worried about Alden he may be. If I let the Golden Knight reach Olden, he'll make sure Olden escapes at all costs. Olden will be even more cautious now that he has lost the Silver Knight. There's no telling who Olden will bring with him next time he attacks. It could be more troops, or even my master. This is my only chance. I have to beat him right now. Pretty equal. Mirage. Shadow Crow's Cloak. Clones the wearer using mana and teleports them to a nearby spot. Now that's OP. That's a cheat! Lightning Paw. I stopped him in his tracks. This is my chance! Ah! He blocked my attack? No. Wait. My sword is stuck to his. It won't move. Is it absorbing it? The two of us are one. And in our oneness, we are two. I got you. The Sunblade and Moonblade are drawn to each other. Oh shit. You sure are a nuisance, you little piece of shit. But this is as far as you go. Die! Shit. Ah, it's gonna hurt. Ned. My son. You're far out. You know, sometimes when I read comics, I imitate your voice. I imitate my voice. Someday you will inherit the title of Baron Stryer from me. Do I have like a particular accent or something? What's wrong when you do? You will also inherit the honorable duty of taking care of blood tears. You must become a great knight worthy of this sword. You understand? Yes, father. I'll remember that. I won't give up now. Or ever. What? How did you even get to that point? I feel like if you let go of the blade like that, you would just chop off your fingers. Of course, makes sense. Paper rough. Anyone watch Corridor Crew, by the way? Their animation on rock paper scissors or rock paper, what was it, crossblades? Holy shit, that was amazing. You read it in a cringely way. Of course you did. Duh! Lightning! Force lightning! My eye! I can't see. Damn it! I can't recover as quickly because of the electric shock! Ah! Son of... Now he's going for my legs. I'll kill you! Where are you? Where are you? I'll kill you! I swear to God! I can sense his presence. Crow's Cloak. Clones and wearer using mana and teleports them to a nearby spot. But there's too many of them. How many times can he use the Crow's Cloak? Holy shit! Well, that's a kill. Say your prayers. Lightning Blast! Please tell me he didn't say that out loud. He's just like, fuck, I can't believe I had to say that out loud. The Twin Knights, the Hugo brothers, were 2 of the 10 strongest warriors in the land, and I just beat one of them. As of this moment, those spots have become vacant. Does that mean like, yeah, I'm gonna take them for myself? Okay, art, story by Blue Deep. Colorist Jung Ely. Studio Yell. Studio Yell. Yeah. Hell yeah. 1, 2, 3. Ha! Hey, you, get over here and help when you're done recovering. Thankfully, the damage isn't too great because we broke up the building as it was collapsing and used plenty of defensive skills. It's a good thing Olding cleared out the building beforehand. Here, let me heal you. Mr. Healer. What am I doing here? What? All the larvae died at the same time. As a result, people were freed from mind control. That means Olden is either dead or powerless now. Thank Arya. What? Oh, the baby, of course. Forgot about the baby. And so... we stopped Odin's plot and retook the temple of the third parish. The next few days after the incident were incredibly busy. Heal! From taking care of the injured to arresting the Tartarus worshippers that Odin brought with him from the central parish. There was a mountain of things to do. Of course, there was another important matter to take care of. The goblet. It included offering my encouragement to our allies and trying to relieve some of their fatigue from the last few days. And killing some. While at the same time purging the evil ones. Oh shit, did I poison all of them? Ah, fuck. I was only supposed to poison 2! God. Nice, I was wondering, is streaming techno brenner shit? What? No, I don't think so. Odin sure is powerful. I think it's more of a hobby. I can't believe it managed to completely mind control a priest like me. And I could barely move for several days because of internal wounds from the bug. Are you okay now, Uncle? Oh, yes, I'm fine. Master Zephyr and Master Ned, I'm not sure how to thank you. All I can do is bow my head in gratitude. We simply did what needed to be done. Please accept this gift in celebration of your recovery. Memera's cage. One of Eurydice's relics. Anyone trapped in the cage cannot use skills, and a state in which they are put into the cage is preserved. This is Odin's head. It's too dangerous, we have to burn it! He's already lost his powers. Now that the queen bug is dead, it's safe. And I scared him for you, so he's very obedient. Wait, he can talk. Odin is one of the executives of the Tartarus worshippers. I'm sure you'll be able to get some useful information out of him. Well, I appreciate it. Are you sure we should give him this? Doesn't matter. We already found out everything we need to know, and we tortured him enough. I'm feeling great now. Huh. Remind me not to get on your beds. But now that I know about that, I can't do everything I originally planned. First, here's some information we forced out of him with torture. There's details of Tartarus worshippers, their other hideouts, and even Odin's plans. Let me take a look. Is this true? Damn, you're fast. You read all them pages already? Holy shit. A plan to summon the god of destruction, destroying and then rebuilding the world, and those who are pursuing. All this are the Eastern Union. No, pursing. Oh, paying for it. Okay. There were 2 major powers here in the kingdom of Cayenne, which occupies half of the continent of Aslan. The Western Alliance of Lords who rule the Western regions, and the Eastern Union of the Lords in the East. And the 2 organizations originally had equal powers, but once the Queen and Holy One of Light were chosen from Duke Giornetti's family in the family in the Western Alliance, the balance of power tipped in their favor. Following several unfortunate incidents, the Eastern Union has been in a recession since the dungeon bubble burst. They've even had to sell off some of their land to the Western Alliance. The difference in power between them has become too great. That's why the Tartarus worshippers have spread like ink in water among the nobles in the Eastern Union over the last few years. And the consequences have been dire. 2 of the 8 most difficult quests in the world, the Blue Dragon, Artalis, and the Ice Dragon, Merenia, have started attacking the lands in the west. He's right. That's also part of the reason why we were in such a hurry to complete this raid. The west doesn't have much time left. The Blue Dragon has built a nest around the largest breadbasket on the continent, and the Ice Dragon took over the Great Port, the center of trade in the west. If we don't stop the 2 dragons soon, it won't be long until the south starves. Because of this situation in the west, a lot of people have lost their homes and are suffering, and the nobles no longer have a source of income. That's why many of them end up joining the Tartarus worshippers. Was this part of their plan too? According to Odin, the Tartarus worshippers simply provoked the 2 dragons to lure them there. The dragons aren't working with them. which means we can bring an end to the situation if we hunt down the blue dragon and the ice dragon. Ned and I will go after the dragons. Huh? Are you out of your mind? How could you possibly defeat a dragon? Especially with just the two of you. Are you saying you don't need me? Of course, you're useless. You need to protect the third parish. If you lose your home base, it's all over. This won't be their last invasion attempt. You are a holy one. If anything happens to you or your family, the tide of this whole fight could turn. Very well. I, Lucius Giornetti, Holy One of Light, hereby appoint the two of you, Zephyr and Ned Stryer, official temple knights. I love how he can't even say the last name of Zephyr because he doesn't give it. No, just Zephyr. I thank you both for your efforts to defend the parish, although he was a slave, maybe that's one. As a token of my gratitude, I'll present each of you with 3 bags of gold, gems, and mana stones. Official temple knights are free to roam within the entire domain of the Temple of Light. So, Tony, you may use any supplies you need in the Temple of Light in the name of the Holy One. And I will even write you a certified letter allowing you to recruit reinforcements. In addition, my uncle and I will each pay half of your offerings to the temple. What? Whoa. He's like, what? We will what? You can just write out the paperwork for me. I don't need the priest mark. I don't need it either. What? But then you won't be able to use the light skills. It doesn't matter. I don't want to be in bondage to any god. But well, let me know if you ever change your mind. I'll do my very best to ensure that the two of you can focus on a dragon raid. A dragon raid. That worries me. But I can't say no since he already swore in the Holy One's name. I'll just have to wait and see what happens for now. When will you be leaving? I'd like to have a farewell banquet for you. Oh, we're leaving now. That's okay. There's just one more thing. What? I thought you said it was safe! Probably. Should have been. I thought I sensed Alden's life force fading, so I connected to him to check. Was it you two? Are you the ones who beat Alden? Who are you? The hell? You should get on your knees before you ask me that. For I am the head of the Tartarus worshippers. Okay. Still don't know why I'm gonna get on my knees for you though. Still not a reason. So that's the head of the Tartarus worshippers. It's easy setup good. Do you have 3 monitors? Brain well on it. I do not have 3 monitors. I have 1 monitor. But yeah, I have a good piece of setup. Good enough. The Tartarus worshippers. Did he come to finish this himself because he knew Alden failed? My weapons are still being repaired. Ah, I see now. That's where that strange energy was coming from. So you are the one in possession of the dragon heart. What's he doing here so soon? From what I remember, the head of the Tartarus worshippers didn't really care about not obtaining the dragon heart at this point. He said it was just part of a bigger plan, and was more focused on enjoying his double life. That's why I was comfortable with going ahead and disposing Alden and the Twin Knights. He wasn't supposed to get involved for another 2 years or so. Until then, I was planning on taking out their executives one by one, while giving the public a positive impression of Lucius, hoping I might be able to paralyze their leader that way. Was he closer to Alden than I thought? If that were the case, he wouldn't have let me torture Alden like that. Did he simply change his mind? Or maybe the god of destruction interfered. Just get out of here for now. We'll try to buy as much time as we can. Are you telling me that the Tartarus worshipper's leader can attack me using someone else's dead head? I mean, not dead head, but like, just a head. Makes sense. The fact that the restriction on using skills didn't even affect him and he smashed the Grand Sorcerer's cage in one go means the head of the Tartarus worshippers must be at least a Grand Sorcerer. This won't be easy, but I still have this shard of glory up my sleeve. We can't let that bastard take the dragon heart. You guys. That's so sweet of you. So sweet. Do you know how to use that sword? Just follow my lead. Linked spells are deactivated when a medium of the connection is destroyed. Which means we have to destroy Odin's head. We need to smash it with one blow. What the fuck? How can he use that much power? The skill activated before I could even get away with a crow's cloak. I can't believe how quickly he activated it. What is this skill? Keeps dissipating my mana. I can't use any skills. You do know that you guys were bait without knowing it, right? Huh? Don't try anything rash. You weaklings can't break this spell. Skill Ancient Dragon Shadow. Those caught in the spell have their abilities significantly weakened and are unable to use mana or skills. I don't sense her energy here. Came to see whether she was the one who interfered and changed the course of things. But I see this was a waste of time. I'm done here. But he's just gonna leave? Skill curse. Loop. Curse of sickness. Curse of pain. Curse of corruption. Oh shit. Almighty Aria. Almighty Aria. Yea, or let there. Yea, or let there be light. Is that what I think it is? It's the sword of light. Whoa! Dragon powers. Dragonborn. And Sword of Light usually requires extremely high stats. You need either the goddess's permission or the goddess's request to use it. But I didn't have either. Still, the only way to break the curse loop is to use the Sword of Light. So instead I have to boost my stats. Oh yeah, let's just boost everything. With this combination I can use the Sword of Light for 10 seconds without any help from the goddess. The worst possibility I can think of is that the god of destruction ordered him to come here and get rid of us. If the head of the Tartarus worshippers tries to kill us, there's not much I can do right now. I could destroy Odin's head to chase him away, but it would cost us a lot of damage. I have to avoid a head-on battle no matter what. You're gonna scare him? Just stay calm. For sure victory, but winning without any losses was the aim. He is sure to have sent the leader of the Tartarus worshippers at this point in time. You are the first human who's been such a nuisance to me for so long. Your persistence has been extraordinary, I'll give you that. They said that only a fool would go on fighting a losing battle. But those who give up straight away out of fear of their enemies aren't any wiser. They're just weak. I've conquered 10 worlds. It's impossible that a mere human could have hurt me. It never happened. I want it removed from the records. Make it go away, right now. He wants to fight you once more to restore his perfect score. What do you say, Sephir? The Tartarus wants a perfect victory. He wants to beat me in my ultimate state. He wouldn't crush me before then. He would go against his own rules. So Starfire. The head of the Tartarus worshippers is here on his own initiative. I was starting to think this whole trip was a waste of time. But you seem quite interesting. Who are you? Why were you chosen by the goddess of light? You're not even the Holy One. Do you really want to know? If you're that curious, I could tell you. But it's no fun if I just give away the secret. Let's make a bet. The loser has to tell the winner something they want to know. What'd you say? Oh. And if I win, I'm telling my friends here who you really are. You can do the same. What? What does he mean? Who he really is? Not even Alden knows the true identity of the head of the Tartarus worshippers. So how does Sephir know? My mana detection skill lets me know whether someone is lying or not. He really does know who I am. Oh, don't try anything foolish. If you go on a rampage now, you may be able to kill my friends, but I could easily get away and keep irritating you for a very long time. I'd also like for you to maintain your precious current lifestyle too, if possible. Alright, fine. Alright, fine. Good answer. Tails. Heads. What? Bruh. You did not just cliffhanger me. It's tails. How did you guess right 10 times in a row? I could do it 100 times in a row. If you trained your eyes enough, falling coins look like they're moving in slow motion. Among the people there that day, aside from Bishop Alfonso, everyone else could see which side the coin landed on. Right before he covered it with his hand, its tails. I don't understand. Is he really leaving this up to chance? Does he have some kind of trick up his sleeve? Otherwise, why would he suggest a game where the first person to speak wins? Tails. Heads. I soon found out why. Huh? What? As the different beams of highly condensed light clashed with one another. Oh, it switched. I realized it was Sephiroth ahead of the Tartarus worshipper's spells. The moment when the coin toss is ultimately decided is after the hand covering the coin has been lifted completely. If you can flip the coin over first and stop your opponent from getting in the way. So it's a fight basically. The person who beats their opponent before the hand is lifted wins. It's a power struggle with a simple rule. This was the real essence of the game. If you start a fight without any clear way to determine the outcome, it's harder to back down even if you didn't intend to see the fight out until the end. That's why he created this rule. And that's why he won. The match was soon settled. What? That was even going on? Okay. Super speed. It's Jinrang's electric acceleration. What? Huh. The time limit on dragonification ran out. Too bad. It's a draw. Huh. So only the building was destroyed. And we managed to send the head of the Tartarus worshippers away without suffering too much damage. Sephiroth really is remarkable. Can't believe he fought him. Yeah, he could tell exactly what the cult leader was thinking. He knew how to calm him down and make him go away. What happened to the bets? I thought they agreed that the winner could ask the loser anything they wanted and reveal the loser's identity. But it was a draw. No one. It's been put off for now. There's going to be another match later. What? Sephiroth or Lucius? Have you looked into what to do about that skill? Not really. I don't think there's much that the temple can do. Skill oath bond. Token of a promise between two people. If one person breaks their promise, the bond of the other person is released, and the person who broke the promise is punished. Duration of punishment for 1 month. You lose one of your 5 senses. Anyway, that's why I can't tell you who the head of the Tartarus worshippers is until our rematch. I guess there wasn't much of a choice in that situation. So long as we follow Sephiroth's orders, it shouldn't change much. I can't tell you directly, at least. Yeah. I knew it. I can give you a riddle or a hint to help you guess, as long as I don't tell you directly. But I have to warn you, this information is even more dangerous than information about the Eastern Union. I can only tell people I really trust. The head of the Tartarus worshippers is. I'm surprised. I thought he would come right out and tell them about me, but the oath bond is still in effect. Seeing how boldly he challenged me, the head of the Tartarus worshippers, to a showdown, I thought it was seriously out of his mind. Let's make a bet. Or was he just bluffing? Or could be that he's extremely ambitious. It's been a while. I almost lost my dad. Oh, damn. Lost your dad last week. He's okay now, although he's still in a coma, but we will come out. Well, that sounds good at least, yeah. Hopefully it gets better soon. I'm curious to find out which one it is. Either way, I hope he doesn't bore me. Happy 20th birthday, Altair. I almost didn't recognize you without your priest robe. Thank you for coming. First Princess of the Kingdom of Cayenne, Altair Justina Cayenne. Brother. First Prince of the Kingdom of Cayenne, the youngest Cardinal of the Temple of Light, Polaris Albert Cayenne. Polaris. Polaris, oh. Polaris. the head of the Tartarus worshippers. Based on the hints that Sephiroth gave us, he must be unimaginably powerful. But it's already too late for my family and I to back out of this fight. So, we'll just have to beat him. I still haven't got my revenge. The Master and his disciples, and all the other accomplices that Aldin mentioned. Can't stop until I've gotten rid of the whole lot. Plus, if it weren't for Sephiroth, not only would I not have gotten revenge, but I'd probably be kicked out of the Tartarus worshippers and regretting my own foolishness right about now. I owe him a greater debt than my own life. I'm going to repay him for this, even if I have to fight the worst enemy imaginable. There's one thing I don't understand. Why did the head of the Tartarus worshippers suddenly appear like that? No one changes easily, whether they're human, demons, or gods. There's always some kind of reason behind our actions. So if someone suddenly does something out of character, it means history was altered by the intervention of someone who knows the future. But at the same time, the cult leader originally wanted to reveal his ultimate plan to the 12 apostles and let them handle everything. And I don't think that's changed. After all, I didn't sense any intention to kill when he attacked Ned and Lucius. He just brushed them off like flies. Did he simply want to know who had a dragon heart? Or is there something I don't know about? Or something I've forgotten? Whatever it is, I'm sure I'll find out soon enough. But first, there's something I need to do before I leave. Silver key. The key to the door in the Forgotten Castle. The key holder can store items in a silver room and visit the room anytime and anywhere. Currently stored in the left hand. This is to upgrade the silver key. I'm increasing your silver key privileges. I have something to tell you, so stop by when you're finished with your mission. When I threatened the gods in Eurydice's boss room, an angel appeared and told me that. An angel, of course. Someone sure is anxious to see me. I wonder what she wants to tell me. Let me get changed first. Wait, that wasn't a goddess? Huh. So this is the place connected to the silver key. So I've looked. Yes, that's right. The key leads here, to a guest room in my villa. Welcome, Sephiroth. The fuck is that? A room in a villa, huh? I wasn't sure who gave me the silver key, but I guess it was you. Does this mean you can give me perks too, even though you're an angel? I'm responsible for you, so I have a certain amount of power. And the gods wish to be entertained, so it wouldn't be right to send you away empty-handed, unless you die without giving them a good show. Gee, thanks. I'm so touched to hear that. What did you want to tell me? Just get to the point. Have a seat. She teleported. I'll just get right down to business as you wish. What we want to tell you is that we've added some new rules and rewards. Although it was quite amusing, we can't allow you to blackmail the gods again with your own life, like you did last time. So, if you ever do anything like that again, your perks will be revoked immediately. And as of that moment, you will be designated as prey. And whoever kills you will be given all your perks. Very clever. So basically they're telling me to behave myself or my enemies will get everything I have. Oh well. It's not like I could have used the same trick twice anyway. They wouldn't be gods if they fell for it again. They'd just be fools. What about the rewards? The goddess of light said she'd give me something even better. I know what I heard. Stop beating around the bush and give it to me. You've already received one of them. A loosening of the restriction of the Sword of Light. You are the first person who isn't a priest to receive that privilege. The condition for using the sword is that either the goddess of light must allow it, or you must carry out a request for her. This is another new rule. Carry out the requests of the gods. You do so, not only for the goddess of light, but for the other gods as well. You'll receive additional perks as a reward. What's up, David? And I guarantee that the rewards have been selected carefully and are of the highest quality. Like I told you at the very start, nothing in this world is free. By serving the gods, and passing their tests. So Brian, you must prove that you are worthy of having it all. I know it's part of the plan. I feel bad having to send off heroes like you through the back gate in secret. You'll receive a warm welcome when you return. I swear on my honor as a bishop. It's okay. You don't need to swear anything. The scheduled date for the end of the raid is coming up soon. So informants from just about everywhere have their eyes on the temple right now. Misty bracelet. A bracelet with a powerful cloaking skill. The size changes to fit the wearer. I don't need to leave at night since I have this bracelet. But still, it'd be better not to walk out through the front gate, just in case. Here's some food, you have a long journey ahead of you. Claudia's care package. Consuming these items boosts health and mana immediately. Although Claudia does not have a healing skill, her food contains a mysterious healing power. What? This is what she healed me with after the Golden Knight stabbed me in the stomach. Stabbed you? More like he fucking grabbed you. Thank you, man. Take care of things here. Good luck. Good luck to you as well. It's not just the head of the Tartarus worshippers. From the rich and powerful to adventurers. Countless people are after the Dragonheart. My job is to distract them by pretending that I've acquired the Dragonheart. To make Zephyr's job easier. Lock the gate. Don't let anyone in. As of this moment, we're locking down the temple of the third parish until further notice. I can still feel Zephyr. He's getting farther away. He must be leaving. It's time for us to go as well. To the place where we belong. Yes. I've done my duty. My 1,000 years of loneliness have come to an end. Damn. 1,000 years. Whatever happens now is in the hands of the one carrying on our mission. It all rests on him. And the descendants who will walk by his side. Lucius. Happy birthday, my dear cousin Altair. I'm sorry to have missed the party because of the raid. I'll be busy for a while with other matters, so I won't get to see you for a while. But I'm sending you a birthday present instead. I'm sure you'll like it. He always says that and then sends me something strange. You have any idea who I am? Huh? Be careful, this guy is super strong. Huh. My gift to you is something you've always wanted. What? Someone who will help you. A bodyguard? Sure, makes sense. Lindale Fortress. When Altair was 16, she inherited this territory along with the title of Grand Duchess of Lindale. I have a message from Lucius Giornetti, Holy One of Light. A message from the Holy One? I'll show you the way. Please come with me. This place is huge. Here's a letter with my seal. Give it to the master of Lindale Fortress. I'm sure she'll be able to help the two of you. That's why we came here. Oh, will the princess really be able to help us with the dragon raid? Nah, I'm just visiting an old lover. What? I forgot he's technically nobleman too. Do you know the princess? Know her. I've only ever seen her from her distance during royal processions when I was little. Rumor has it that she's letting her tremendous talents go to waste, so I doubt she'll help. What the hell? Sorry for the disturbance. These people are potential suitors who have come to ask for the hand of the princess. Those are suitors? I thought they were street thugs. Nah, just fighters. Princess Altair Justina Cayenne. From looks and talent and noble lineage, she was born with everything a person could want. She's Aslan's brightest star. I, Pilatus Olber Cayenne, hereby forfeit my succession to the royal throne in order to become a priest of light. I also concede the title of Duke of Lindale, presented to me as a crown prince. She even had luck on her side. Since my second son is sick, Altair and whoever she marries will have to inherit the throne. She succeeded her father to the throne without even having to fight her brothers. Marrying the princess means me, my son, will be the king. You see, before I marry anyone, there's something you need to know. Yeah, you have to be stronger than her, is that what it is? I don't want to waste my time. talking to weak man. Yeah. Upon hearing that, countless noblemen rushed to Lindell to accept her challenge, all in the hopes of earning the right to talk to her. Although eventually they all ended up being brutally defeated. Oh wait, not by her. Altair's elite bodyguard, Ophelia Amlet. Next. Damn, that's a lot of blood. My turn, I accept the challenge. Next. Jeez, I'm kind of shocked. I thought they'd be a bunch of losers, but they're surprisingly strong. Yeah, they still lose. Well, most of them are sent here by the suitors as their hired representatives. It's because they can find someone capable of dealing a blow to Ophelia. The princess also counts that as a valid demonstration of their power. So that's why some of them are priests. They may not be as strong as me or Ned, but they're certainly not pushovers either. It's just that they're up against one of the 10 strongest people in the continent. It's been a while, Ophelia. I'm not sure if it's because I met her sooner this time than in my last life, but she looks significantly younger. Hey, who do you think you are? The end of the line is over there. We've been standing here for 3 days. Get in line like the rest of us. Blue uniform with the gold bird insignia. He must be a priest from the Sky Temple. That's the second most powerful religion on the continent, after the Temple of Light. Some nobleman must have paid him to come fight on his behalf. We are not suitors, don't mind us. What was that, punk? I have a message from Lucius Giornetti, Holy One of the Light. Step aside. It's a very urgent matter. Do you want to be held responsible if something happens? Because the message was delivered late? Of course not. Please go ahead. What a nuisance. The Holy One of Light. I thought he was on a dungeon raid. He's probably done by now. That seems too quick though. Did the princess invest in that raid? Don't you know anything? When a dungeon raid is finished, you have to inform people in a certain order. You update investors third, and a temple you're affiliated with second. The first priority is always, you're a lover. What? I'm sure everyone in the capital has heard the rumors about the indecent relationship between Lucius and his cousin, the princess. I mean, I heard the two of them even had a kid together, and they kept it hidden in the temple. And stop spouting nonsense, yo. You should shut up. Father Jacob! The Temple of the Light and the Sky Temple have always been on bad terms, so I can see why they might be annoyed at having to bow down to Lucius's authority. But why do they have to get Altair involved? I'm the only guy she's ever been with in her life. And they're saying she slept with her own cousin? They got some nerve. You sure that's true, bro? Hey, all of you, get over here. You've been waiting here for 3 days to get your asses kicked, huh? Are you getting tired of waiting? Well, guess what? You don't need to wait any longer. Come here! I can't even remember how many months it's been. We haven't had a fight in the waiting line in ages. My apologies, just that they were disrespecting someone I respect. Not at all. I'm sorry you had to go through that. As the butler, I should have taken greater care to prevent conflicts. Ophelia usually deals with the situation if there are any signs of a fight breaking out. But he completely dominated those men before she even got involved. Amazing. The fact they are also not dressed like standard temple knights must mean they're no ordinary messengers. You like my greenhouse? In my last life, Altair and I met several years later. My time only began flowing after I left the cave. But Ned and I spent a year training together. Can't believe this moment has come so soon. It's an honor to meet you, princess. I read the Holy One's letter. He recommended the two of you temple knights to me, but also said I should talk to you for more details. So tell me, what can you do for me? What's that supposed to mean? Is it just me? But why does that knight keep glaring at me? She in love, bro. She's like, I want that egg. Zephyr is the one who started the fight, not me. Or have we met somewhere before? Oh shit. I hope she's not who I think she... No! Of course not. Doesn't make any sense. So tell me. At this point, Altair has not yet activated her communion skill. She can't freely read people's memories like Eurydice could. But she was born with the ability to learn communion, which means she could use her special sensory ability to read people. And she was using that ability to gather allies, to fight back against the Tartarus worshippers. She was already walking this path before I was. At first, I only had some vague desire for success, then all I wanted was revenge on behalf of Ned, my teacher. But she taught me to think bigger. That whole ridiculous search for a suitor is no more than bait to lure powerful warriors to her. Because with the Tartarus worshippers eating away at the kingdom, there's a limit to what even an heir to the throne like Altair can do. What she wants is strong, dependable allies. Forgive me for my boldness, princess. I can give her what she seeks. But I believe it will be much quicker to just show you. Besides, the power of the dragon. He has a dragon heart within him. Ophelia, have you ever fought Lord Zephyr before? No, your Royal Highness. I shall give it 3 attempts to strike him with my sword. First glance, he simply seems to be standing casually, but I don't see any flaws or weak points in his stance. If I attack too hastily, he'll get me. I must be careful. Are you sure you can escape the first strike? With a smooth flowing motion, he pushed my blade aside. Second strike. Even stabbing with all my might, I could not pierce his skin. The third strike. At some point I lost my grip on the sword and the heavy hand came at me. Boo! Should I continue? Or did he get behind me? No, I think I've seen enough. Mana, defense, technique, combat instinct. He's remarkable in every way. Where on earth did he come from? Our blue dragon destroyed the grain belt, and you're looking to do something about it. Cultivating new farmland isn't a good idea. The Tartarus worshippers will just reappear like a swarm of cockroaches and wreak havoc on the new farmland too. On the other hand, that's also why you need to push ahead with the plan to cultivate the Thorny Mountains. You should clear at least 1 or 2 mountains. That way you can distract the enemy while we are on the dungeon raid. If you proceed as quickly and quietly as possible, in 1 month from now, I'll present you with the blue dragon's head. And what is it that you want? In terms of compensation, whatever you're willing to give me is fine. There's a more important issue, however. Due to a problem during the raid of the fallen princess's tomb, the 3rd parish did not have enough troops to supply me with healers. Could you lend me some? As many as you can. Whatever I'm willing to give him. He obviously wants something greater than money or status. What are your chances of defeating the blue dragon? That depends on you, princess. Yo! Mage Crystal. An elite level magic spell containing the principle of magic in the form of a crystal, which allows you to learn skills by holding the crystal in your hand and meditating. The crystal contains the ancient magic of the kingdom of Medea that Eurydice learned. You must have mastered the ancient magic of Medea to level 2 in order to acquire these skills. The line of the ancient magic of Medea is broken. Luckily, Altair learned it when she was young, but I recall she had hit a plateau around this time. It's an item that one of your ancestors entrusted to me, princess. She asked me to give it to you. If Altair absorbs the mage crystal, she'll instantly awaken her full power and be able to smoothly adjust the dragon heart for me. I shall now take my leave. If you are satisfied with my prowess, please summon me again. Savage. Alpha. That was a much better first meeting than in my previous life. Not bad at all. Wait, how was your first meeting? I desperately missed her. But in this life, this is our first time meeting, thanks to Lucius's introduction. I'll show her what I can do for her, and draw her attention from a distance. Now this is how you should do it. It's not just run over. But we were lovers in our past lives! What do you mean you don't like me anymore? I've never met you before in my life. What? You'll come looking for me again soon. I'll wait. What an interesting fellow. What do you think, Ophelia? He's quite a warrior. I'm a bit concerned about the fact that Lord Lucius recommended him. He doesn't have a very good eye for people. But in terms of his abilities, he's very close to the kind of people you're seeking, princess. What's up, Daniel? W read. However, he does seem a bit weak, considering he has the dragon heart in his possession. He seems a bit weak. He just owned you, and he played alone, and he played. He didn't even try. I don't think the dragon heart has settled in him completely. He'll become stronger with time. It's an item that one of your ancestors entrusted to me, princess. She asked me to give it to you. He sounded as though he'd met Eurydice in person. Then again, she was such a legendary sorceress, I wouldn't be surprised if she were still alive in her tomb. And if that's true, then Princess Eurydice herself must be the one who planted the dragon heart in him. I never heard of him before, but he's blessed with incredible power. He might just be the key to my plan. And there's one more thing that's bothering me. Whenever I touch other people, you hate them already. I always feel either warmth or chill, but I didn't with him. Nothing. Instead, I saw a vision. That was only the second time in my life something like that has happened. Oh, a vision. Oh, you held hands with him. What on earth could it have been? Oh, it was when he died. You summoned me, my lord. How may I be of service? Elfried, second in command of the Tartarus worshippers. Awakens, he has come up from among the 12 apostles. The 12 apostles? Executives of the Tartarus worshippers? Does this mean that Alden has failed? Are you asking me? You should have known about this before. I even told you and recommended another candidate for apostle. I mostly give you apostles the freedom to do as you wish, but you must faithfully carry out our final plan at all costs. Ensure Alden's absence does not cause any problems with the plan. Yes, my lord. Of course. I disappointed our leader. Such a foolish mistake. Are you there? Yes, master. Prepare the phantom steed right away. I must go to the third parish. Third parish. Third parish. Scheisse. This is wonderful. Everything worked out in terms of the investors and the decipherment of the ancient script in the dungeon. It looks like all our efforts paid off. The raid of Princess Eurydice's tomb is over, and it's finally mine. The spellbook I've been looking everywhere for. My magic abilities have been stuck at level 2, but this will take them to the next level. Submarines. It's been a while. Mage Crystal, already read that. My time is coming to an end. I'm sorry, Altair. My dear disciple, this is all that I can teach you. Knowing you, I'm sure you can find it without my help. A way to complete this magic, and to find a way to defeat the head of the Tartarus worshippers. Whoa. Oh, this is an inventory. No, the mage crystal connected itself to my mind. There's so much magic knowledge floating around, like stars in the night sky. Isn't it beautiful? This is the Medean magic we've been seeking. I am merely an overmind that remains in the mage crystal. But I've been looking forward to meeting you, my descendants. My heir. Alright, since I won, I'll be attending the party. You stay hidden and look for any Tartarus worshippers in the fortress. I'm glad I lost. I never liked parties anyway. Too noisy. Go have fun. Why did you even have the, game rock, paper, scissors if you didn't want to go? Have fun. I'll be digging around for information just like you. More importantly, are you sure you won't need this? I thought you said it'd been better for you to remain relatively inconspicuous. Mr. Bracelet. A bracelet with a powerful cloaking skill. When two bracelets are worn together, the wearer is barely detectable, only with a legend-grade detection skill. One of the 10 strongest warriors is here in the fortress. You are the one who needs to stay hidden, so you'd better wear both. You'll arouse suspicion and get caught right away if you wander around with only one bracelet on. By the way, a woman kept staring at you. Yeah, I know. I don't know why. We never met before. You don't come across Southerners very often, and she's so powerful. I doubt I'd forget someone like her. Perhaps she remembers me from back when I was with the Tartarus worshippers. Or maybe she's actually the dangerous one, not me. Potion of True Sight. Lets you see the marked bug inside Tartarus worshippers. She doesn't really seem like a Tartarus worshipper, but still, be careful. I'm sure Ned will be fine. Now it's time for me to get ready. Huh. Camouflage. An easier skill that lets you adjust your facial muscles and expressions to look like someone else. This is the special skill of the real Shadow Disciple, who will someday be one of the 12 apostles of the Tartarus worshippers. That sounds like it will hurt a lot. Like, a lot. Change your facial muscles? Ow. Facial expression, behavior, attitude. These things have surprisingly big impact on people's impression of you. A master of camouflage like the real Shadow Disciple can completely deceive even those who were talking to him just a minute ago and vanish without a trace. My camouflage ability isn't at that level yet. But it's good enough for a ballroom where there are new faces every night, and everyone is tipsy with drink. A ballroom adjacent to Lindell Fortress. The suitors here challenging Ophelia are noblemen and powerful warriors from all over the kingdom. In other words, these people are VIPs, so naturally they expect to be treated as such. As a result, the fortress annex now serves a dual purpose. It acts as lodging for the suitors, their hired warriors, and the people gathered here to watch them fight, as well as being a ballroom for nightly parties. Every night, is the princess really as beautiful as they say? This drink is delicious. Royalty really do live in a different world. She's not just beautiful. The professor at the academy says she's the most talented sorceress in history, and that she could even be the hero who will save the world. But she isn't doing anything. She just holds parties every night and travels all the time. I really want to see the princess. Would you cut that out? The princess isn't coming to the party. Honestly, doesn't this seem wrong? People are starving out there. Who cares? It's not like we're the ones starving. Princess, I want to travel with you. Give it a rest, man. She likes spending time with unusual people. One time the princess took in some random nomad. My job here is to gather information and look for potential talent. You were very impressive. Not many people could last that long in a fight with one of the 10 strongest warriors in the continent. Shut up, I don't want to talk about it. Don't be like that. You know there's actually a spot open in the advance guard of our Earl's Guild. Maybe I'll come across some people who were famous in my previous life. Or maybe I can recruit someone talented who died while I was training in that cave last time. Where are you from? My name is Smith, sir. I'm a knight working for that lady dancing over there. Nobody has heard anything from the third parish for the past few days. My brother-in-law was there on a visit as an investor. They sent him out of town, suggesting he travel the surrounding area until the raid ended, and they still haven't let him back in. What about your sources there? I haven't gotten any carrier pigeons from them. Where'd you go, Baron? I noticed they had some good liquor over there. People saw smoke coming from the temple in the third parish a few days ago. Could Cardinal Alden have taken over the temple while the Holy One was away? But why would he do such a thing? Lord Alden maintains a neutral stance in the Temple of the Light. Maybe he was purging the temple of some Tartarus worshippers hiding in their midst. Then the Holy One and the Cardinal must be working together. Everyone is interested in the outcome of Lucius's raid. Every table is talking about it. But no one knows how the raid turned out, or what happened with Alden. Looks like the information is being kept well under control. Alright, let's save all that complicated stuff for tomorrow and just have a drink. Didn't I see you at that other table earlier? Interesting. Everyone at this table knows the Baron, and yet as soon as you sat down here, everyone seemed to mistake you for him, even though the real Baron has gone dancing. That's quite a talent you have. Now that I see you up close, aren't you the person who beat up those priests from the Sky Temple earlier today? Huh? This guy doesn't even seem that strong, yet he saw through my camouflage. Who the hell is he? Whoa. That takes care of the East building. Why the fuck would you... Oh. I was like, why the fuck would you... right. Next. Jeez, this place sure is huge. Can't believe this whole fortress belongs to one person. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. I felt comfortable in Lucius's home in the temple, since it was roughly the same size as my old house. And not just that, it had the same warm, inviting atmosphere. Just like my old family home once said. "We'll bring you back a present, Ned." That was the last time I ever saw my mother and my older sister. My dear sister. If she were still alive, she'd be a wife and mother by now, like Claudia is. If it weren't for the typhoon that day. What are you doing here? The guests are all at the party. You sure picked a strange place for an evening stroll. How the hell? I didn't even hear her coming. Shoot, I messed up. But I'm wearing both Mr. Bracelets. Even with a legend grade detection skill, I should barely be visible right now. Then again, she's the princess's elite bodyguard and one of the 10 strongest warriors in the continent. She obviously didn't learn that. She obviously didn't earn that title for nothing. Don't be nervous. I just came to check this area out because I sensed something vaguely amiss. I actually wanted to see you about something. Do you have a minute? Liar. How long have you been following me? Huh. You're not easy to fool. I've been following you from the second floor of these buildings. And that makes this easier to explain. The people I kill are Tartarus worshippers. The marked bugs are crawling next to the bodies. You can go back and check if you want. I apologize for wandering around without permission, but my leader is in a hurry, so I decided that purging the Tartarus worshippers was more urgent than asking for permission. I see. That was a wise decision, but you seem to be mistaken about why I came to see you. The princess has been awaiting the dragon raid for a long time. She's worked very hard to gather only the best warriors in order to ensure that the raid is successful. Oh, she's gonna test you. Your companion Sephir has already proven that he's qualified. You, on the other hand, still need to prove yourself. Show me what you got. You are really looking for a beating, huh? Fine. Let's do this. Fine. Whatever. Fine. I'll kick a shit out of you. It's fine. I have time. It's not like I'm on a mission or anything. Which actually helps you guys. Crazy. Near the temple of the third parish. There. I found another one. There are traces of Odin's demon transformation, as well as marks of something burnt by lightning. It's a proof that someone used a Dragon King style martial art. One of Jinriang's disciples was definitely here, where I found the last remains of the Silver Knight. There are traces of a battle between at least 3 people, and some of the attacks involve divine energy. And besides... What? I found one of Persephone's deadly poisons. This shouldn't be here. You just licked a deadly poison. So Jinriang, the Holy One, and the Tarantula, who joined the Tartarus worshippers 3 years ago, have teamed up. They took out Odin on purpose. How could they do something so foolish at a time when the future of our order is at stake? The temple of the third parish isn't letting anyone in or out, and they're using a barrier that blocks detection skills to hide what's going on inside. Plus, all the carrier pigeons sent by agents near the temple are getting confused and gathering in the wrong place because their coordinates are off. Carrier pigeon? Yeah, I know what it's carrying. Fucking pigeon. As if they're hiding something very valuable in the tank. There might be 2 or 3 people at most in the entire continent who are capable of planting a dragon's heart in someone. One of them is our master, the head of the Tartarus worshippers. But it's all Holy One and his group managed to get their hands on one of the other 2. They have planted a dragon heart in someone and are trying to buy time until its power stabilizes. That makes perfect sense. If they could get their hands on that kind of power, they wouldn't care about some investors or people from the central parish complaining about them, shutting down the temple. If word got out about their plan, more people would get in their way and become a nuisance. I hate how well they've thought this out. The biggest question is, who has the dragon heart? Who got the dragon heart? Jinriang or the Holy One? At least if it were Jinriang, it's possible he took advantage of the Holy One out of greed. But if the Holy One got the dragon heart, then it's possible that Jinriang betrayed the Tartarus worshippers. I better get moving. It's already been several days since the battle with Odin. I need to find some concrete evidence before the dragon heart transplant is complete. The bird mask. Could it be the second in command? It's just a hunch, but I have a feeling that person has something to do with all of this. Can't let them get away. Get them. Or him, whatever. Yes, we caught them. You say them because you don't know if it's a girl or a man yet? Or do you think it's Venom, like he has a personal personality disorder? Is that what I think it is? It's Jinryang Dragon King style, martial art. I'm glad to run into you here, disciple of Jinryang. I had some things to see. I had some things to see to with you people. Could you be so good and cooperate? What a nuisance. Damn. Fighting on the walls. Is it just me or does this test seem a bit unfair? We already passed 3 sword strikes a while ago. Or am I not allowed to join the dragon raid because I'm only as strong as you? Huh. Blade of Mirage. A mysterious dagger with a magic blade. The length and shape of the blade differ depending on the user. Wait. What is wrong with her? Like, why do you keep fighting? I've already shown that I'm at least close to your level, if not better. So why are we still fighting? Very impressive. Yeah, very impressive. But I'm getting tired of this child play now, so could we stop? That would really hurt if you hit me instead of my clone. Crow's Cloak. Clones the wearer using mana and teleports them to the nearby spot. How the hell? I've heard rumors about you. I know how powerful you are. And you haven't even revealed the full extent of your abilities yet, have you? Oh, I also have a card still hidden up my sleeve too. If we both show our full hand, it won't end well. How about we just stop now? Hidden card, huh? I assume you're referring to the Dragon King style martial art. How did she know? Do you know what part of my body has the highest stats? My eyes. Cloaking and barrier skills don't work at all around me. That's why I was assigned on a certain mission until recently. I lost her. No wonder my master was always wary of the second in command. She's a tough opponent. What? On another note, things are going pretty wonderfully. By the time I got rid of the princess's guards, the raid was over. And I had proof that one of our brothers who went on the raid betrayed the master. Plus, I just found that sly fox, second in command, sneaking around the area where it all happened. Jinryang's shadow disciple, one of the 12 apostles. A master of camouflage, also known as a smiling woman. My job was to prevent her from taking part in the operation to steal the dragon heart. From your breathing and stepping techniques to your ability to read your opponent's next move, you and her both share the characteristics of those who have studied the same martial art style. Fighting you just now only confirmed that. Lord Zephyr has some similarities to her as well. The prince has already assured me that he's not a threat. And most importantly... Now, where should I begin? The Shadow Disciple, smiling woman, looks like you. It's almost like your siblings from the same bloodline. Your sister. Are really on our side. What's she talking about? Your sister. Damn. Twists. I like it. Subsarix. Before leaving the third parish. So, do you feel better now? Ned? The son of my friend, Leonard. I'm sorry about what happened, but I was a mere priest myself. I was just following the temple's orders. I didn't mean to harm your family, believe me. You of all people shouldn't do this to me. If anything, you should be thanking me. I feel bad seeing you orphaned like that, but I sent Jinryang to you. I also paid for him to raise you. Thanks to both of those things, you become so powerful now. You spent the rest of your childhood learning martial arts in the cave without a care in the world. How could you possibly understand how terrible things were back then? Most of the kids of bankrupt families either starved to death or were sold to slavery. Some of them were even devoured by vagrants. I made you. I made you what you are. I saved your life before you ended up in hell like the rest of them. Ah! Please, let me say just one thing. Don't trust Zephyr. He's deceiving you. I know Olden ramble like a madman. He wasn't even worth listening to. That's why I've ignored him so far. But how can this be? I'm the Shadow Disciple. Who was trained in case you die? Jin Yang Shadow Disciple, one of the 12 Apostles, a master of camouflage, also known as the Smiling Woman. My job was to prevent her from taking part in the operation to steal a dragon heart. Looks like you. It's almost like your siblings from the same bloodline. Shadow Disciple that I met had red hair and yellow eyes, just like you. She was a woman in her mid-20s. My sister, who I thought was dead, might still be alive. Not only that, she's a Shadow Disciple of the Dragon King style martial art. I'm so confused. Who's lying to me? Am I making the same foolish mistake all over again? All I want is the truth. Huh. So in your region, oh, it's the Night Sonata. The play to announce that the party room is closing soon. I suppose we should get going. I didn't even notice the time passing. Let's have a drink together again tomorrow, Lord Zephyr. Yes, certainly. He's quite something. I met a lot of people in my time as a merchant, but I haven't encountered someone so unusual in ages. He isn't just strong, his actions are also fierce and cunning. Even after I gained a lead in the conversation, he somehow managed to make me give away important information several times without even realizing it. He looks like he's in his early 20s, and yet it's as if he's lived at least twice as long. Lucius doesn't usually have an eye for people. Where on earth did he find him? Actually, he was more likely chosen, not simply found. I imagine there's going to be a change in power dynamics quite soon. You really think so, Father? Remember this, Edwin. If you're not careful of people like that, they'll rob you blind. Unlike noblemen, merchants like us need to be even more cautious of people, since we have nowhere to go if we lose our money. Is that right? Then should I report to the princess that based on my observations I consider him to be unfit? Deputy head of Pilgrim Caravan, Edwin Pilgrim. No, we can't let talent like that get away. We need to buy him up for ourselves before anyone else notices him. Sup, Taos? Sup, what's up? Just reading some Doombreaker. Head of Pilgrim Caravan, Philip Pilgrim. I agree. We need the very best people we can find. So either we grab him for ourselves or we destroy him. The hell? Second Parish Lindell of Temple of Light, head healer of Temple Knights, Elise Brent. All I know is whatever I saw, heard, and experienced in my last life. So naturally, there are bound to be people I don't recognize, since they died before I could do anything last time. Philip Pilgrim, the head of the Pilgrim Caravan, one of the 3 largest merchant caravans in the continent. In the past, he made a fortune trading spice with the East. He is famous for being a patron of the debauched Princess Altair. In fact, he's one of the 3 mentors who enabled her to play a pivotal role in deciding the fate of humanity. Even royalty are helpless unless they have people supporting them. It will be difficult for you to realize your vision as long as the head of the Tartarus worshippers stand in your way, princess. I suggest that you make it seem as though you are simply enjoying a lavish lifestyle while building up your power in secret. I will provide you with the funds to do so. That's why he was high on the Tartarus worshippers' watch list. As far as I know, when Ned ran away with the Dragonheart, the Shadow Disciple, also known as the Smiling Woman, killed Philip. Philip's son Edwin took good care of Altair as well. But if Philip continues to live, it would drastically reduce the number of deaths in the Death Search operation. This means there's more work for me to do. First, make sure that Philip stays alive. Second, stop the mysterious Smiling Woman who could jump out at us from anywhere. This is going to be tricky. The smiling woman can disguise herself as anyone she wants. She never revealed her true appearance even to me. So I have no idea what that damn woman truly looks like. Anyhow, Ned is probably back by now. Ned, did something happen? Are you good? You wanna watch a movie? What's a movie? Moving pictures? You're back. Uh-huh. Did you just throw a knife at me? Shit, why did I flinch just now? Was I scared? But why? I'm stronger. Oh, that's right. Back in the cave. Yeah, he was stronger. He used to beat me every time he had that look in his eyes. Now it's become a damn reflex. I try to be so careful not to act out of the ordinary. Something wrong? Ophelia caught me while I was looking around the mansion. She told me she met someone who looks just like my sister. You have a sister? This is news to me. Oh, wait. It did say that aside from his father, his whole family died when he was little. Can you believe it? I thought my sister drowned in a boat accident 13 years ago. But she's alive, and that's not all. Turns out she's the shadow disciple of the Dragon King style of martial art that Ophelia was trying to stop. What? Wait, the shadow disciple is Ned's sister? He must be mistaken. I thought the smiling woman's name was... Wait, is he just sounding me out? Maybe Altair's using him to test me. No, I doubt it. She wouldn't go that far. I knew I couldn't hide the fact that I'm not the shadow disciple forever, but Ned's sister, this is unexpected. Tell me who taught you that technique. I don't remember much of the past. I was in an accident. What the hell? My adoptive parents found me on the shore and took me in. And my master noticed that I have a warrior's bone structure. Wait, that is a real appearance, isn't it? If my brother is like me, then he probably has the same bone structure. Maybe I'll see him again someday. I want to recover my lost memories and my lost family. It's strange we are enemies, so why am I telling you? Yeah, it's strange. We are enemies, so why am I telling you all this? No way. I didn't realize this sooner. Jinryang himself told me that the warrior's bone structure is extremely rare and it's hereditary. If one sibling is born with it, the other is likely to have it too. This means Jinryang worked with Olden to destroy Ned's family from the start, just so that he could have someone with the warrior's bone structure. Then he cast them aside when he decided they weren't useful to him anymore. Jinryang, son of a bitch. I don't get it. I don't see any reason why Ophelia would deceive me. But it also wouldn't make sense if everything you said was a lie, Sever. My father trusted Olden, and I trusted my master. Both of our lives were either ruined or almost ruined because we trusted the wrong people. That's why I was afraid to trust anyone again. And yet... You're like a brother to me. You seem different somehow. Best friends from another life. We've been through so many life or death situations together. So many. Can't even count them anymore. It was camaraderie. Yes. I wanted to believe in the camaraderie I felt. I wanted to believe in you. I just need one small clue. One tiny bit of proof that I can trust you. Originally I was supposed to meet you about 3 months from now. After stealing the dragon heart and seeing the silver knight, you realized the truth and ran away. You tried to escape. Not only from the Tartarus worshippers, but from the whole world. Then you ended up in the Canyon of Oblivion, one of the 8 hardest quests in the world, where you were seriously injured by the son of your master, Jinria, and left her to die. That's also when you lost the dragon heart. I was simply one of the temple's slaves looking for you. I came across you in a cave at the bottom of a cliff that I fell off of, and learned the Dragon King style martial arts from you there, because there was no way we would have made it out of the Canyon of Oblivion with one of us injured and the other an inexperienced fighter. What? After getting much more powerful with your help, I reached the very apex of humanity. But I couldn't stop the end of the world, and I didn't manage to save anyone else in the end. Who am I? I'm the last human, a hero, a failure, someone who returned to the past with memories of the next 10 years. I was also your only disciple. Damn, he just told him straight out. It's just like, if you were going to lie, you could at least have made it more reasonable. You could have come up with something better than that. Come on. I know I put you on the spot. Come on. But back in time. At least he didn't say that it was an angel or God that sent him back in time to get... Oh, no, wait. At least he didn't say that it was the one who killed him that wanted him to go back in time and fight him again. Just because he wasn't happy about being touched or injured by him. My previous life. And I had a plan. He validated how much stronger I, his disciple, would have to get before we could escape from the canyon of oblivion, as well as his own physical state. Taking all these things into consideration, he calculated how long I would need to train in the cave, survival, and revenge against his master for betraying him. Ned's fixation with those two things is what kept him alive. However, we were forced to leave the cave earlier than expected. The lore of the canyon under. I've always regretted what happened. If only I had been a little stronger. If only I had learned just a little more. Things might have turned out differently. Ned would have still been alive, is that what you're gonna say? Yeah. Ned wouldn't have had to give up on his long-awaited revenge and sacrifice himself for nobody like me. We could have both come out of there alive. Live. Watch carefully, Zephyr. The last secret technique that I didn't manage to teach you, but I'll never be able to forget. The sight of my master's back that day. Wait, I was your master? God damn, that's not fair. I don't know what to think. It just sounds so impossible. And it also explains so much. Like the fact he's able to use divine items without being a priest. It's a sort of light. Now he knows so much. One step backwards, 3 steps to the side. Everything is going just like Zephyr said it would. If you really return to the past with perks from the gods, then it all makes sense. He did say he got perks from the gods. I know it's hard to believe, but it's all true. Although I skipped over some things that are a bit awkward to talk about, like his relationship with the smiling woman. And I'm sorry for deceiving you when I first approached you. I didn't think I could make you believe all this in such a short time. I thought it would be better to make you suspicious of the Tartarus worshippers. I need you to help me fight the god of destruction once more. And above all, I wanted you to live. Oh, that's right. Revenge wasn't the only reason I decided to take action. I naturally assumed I would live out my whole life as a member of my family. Then I lost my family's noble title, the ancient duty to take care of blood tears, and my family itself. Then, when I was a nobody who had lost everything, if you can prove that you're useful to me, I'll help you get your revenge. My master gave me a new name and a purpose in life by making me his disciple. I became much stronger as a result. I wanted to repay my master's kindness for taking me in. So I gladly accepted all kinds of unpleasant assignments, because I believed that my master had a just reason for everything he did. The relationship between a master and a disciple is almost like a family, even though they share no blood. It's only natural for people to trust and help their own family. In a game of chess, I was like a clueless pawn. I felt kind of bad about myself, because I thought I had messed up my life, but it looks like my life had some sort of a meaning after all, since I left something behind in this world. You. Thank you for everything. Thank you for avenging me in your previous life, and for helping me in this one. A hero who traveled back in time to save the world, huh? Sure picked one hell of a disciple. Then again, I wouldn't expect any less from a disciple of mine. I won't let you carry the burden by yourself. Let's move forward together this time around. Our conversation with Ned went well, and he agreed to keep everything a secret. It wouldn't be good if too many people found out about this. We might start to panic if they know what happens in the future. And keeping that information to ourselves is a big advantage for us. Then, Philip and his group called a meeting that morning. Allow me to officially introduce ourselves. We are Princess Altair's permanent party members. Oh, are we gonna play a game? No. Or, yes, kinda. We're Princess... Everything was taken care of very quickly, as I'd expect from Altair's companions. Are we gonna play Civ? What? No. D&D? No. The princess has very high hopes for both of you. She's unavailable at the moment, so I hope you don't mind having a little chat just among ourselves. Hungry hippos? Shut the fuck up. Unavailable. I wonder why. The reason she's suddenly unavailable. It's probably because of the spellbook. Yeah. Unlike ordinary spellbooks, the contents of crystal spellbooks are copied directly into one's brain. The only downside are the side effects. The body goes to sleep while the spells are being fused with the brain. That sounds so OP. It's gonna just fuse. It's gonna just take time. The higher the level of the spellbook, the longer you go to sleep for. And some people also experience other symptoms, such as a high fever. She probably has a healer taking care of her, but it won't do much good since it's not an injury. Ultimately, it just depends on how quickly Altair absorbs the magic. Hang in there. I had a hell of a time in Eurydice's dungeons. It's my turn to rest this time. The next few days pass by in a blink of an eye. We had to prepare all the necessary supplies for the Blue Dragon raid, as well as study the best combat techniques to suit the new items we acquired. As for the other party members, come here. Nah, I'm good. Just make it quick. I will. What? Skill. Angel's Embrace. A skill that uses antennas on the back to carefully check a person's health and physical condition by embracing them. The antennas feel similar to those of a slug, which is why most people avoid his medical skill. Stay still, Zephyr. If you move, I'll have to start over again. Oh my, you're pretty buff. I just remembered I need to go do something. Hey, where do you think you're going? It's essential for party members to have a checkup before joining the raid party. We can't take anyone who's sick on the raid. Your turn, Ned. No, thanks. Stay away. Those antennas. Pathetic. Ophelia. Talk about bad timing. So he's love interest or what? The princess wants to see you. Come with me, both of you. Altair must be awake. I'm not sure where to look. What do you mean? Come to think of it, Eurydice's overmind is still in the magic crystal. She told me a bunch of stuff when we spoke briefly. And perhaps... Welcome, Zephyr. And Ned. Why did she wear it? Altair already heard some things. About me. It's like, shit. Damn it. She wasn't supposed to know like this. No. Oh, wait. No. 3 stars have aligned. Congratulations, Altair. That means your median magic has reached level 3. You have all the basic knowledge of median magic within you. Medane, not median. Medane. All that's left is to continue awakening your powers and increasing your level through training. Another star will be added to the line every time you level up. No one has ever managed to reach level 8 before. Not even myself. But I'm sure you can do it. And once you do, gate to stars. What? Oh, that's right. Unfortunately, I've used too much of my powers. I'll be asleep for a while. And you'll forget everything said until you reach the next level because of all the triangle magic strands. Just remember this. Trust Zephyr. He's the last one. What? He's doing it for your sake, is that what he said? Princess. You're finally awake. Don't sit up too suddenly. You've been asleep for a week. A whole week. I'm sure I was told something important, but I can't really remember. Trust Zephyr. Get Lord Zephyr for me. Right now? Right now? It's good to see you, Princess. Welcome, Zephyr and Ned. I wanted to speak with you sooner, but I wasn't feeling well. Forgive me for greeting you in my pajamas. Yeah, kind of weird that you didn't at least take some clothes on first. But okay. I wonder how much Altair heard from Eurydice's overmind. It's not only a question of our relationship. It also affects the Blue Dragon raid and the fight we have ahead of us. Did she find out everything? Or did she learn a communion skill and is now able to read people's memories by touching them, just like Eurydice? Just go ahead and take a look at my memories. If so, emotions aside, it would have saved me a lot of trouble persuading Altair to let me go ahead with my plan. Plus, she could avoid a lot of danger herself. I guess I'll find out soon. I also know whether I learned communion. When you gave me the mage crystal, I thought you were showing off your abilities so that I would let you join my raid party. But that's not the real reason. You wanted to make me stronger so that you could use my abilities. For the sake of your plan, Lord Zephyr. Unfortunately, I can't use communion yet. It's a surprisingly high level skill. I'm only level 3, unlike my ancestor who was level 7. I don't yet have the ability to read people's minds. Now, shall we continue our conversation from a week ago, Lord Zephyr? If you wish to persuade me to lend you my troops, you need a definite plan. To defeat the dragon within 1 month. No, 3 weeks. So go ahead and try to persuade me. 3 weeks. I can do it in like a week. Very well. By the way, have you had something to eat? This is going to be a lot to take in on an empty stomach. What? Yo, yeah. Mic drop. E. A few days later, we quickly finished making our preparations, and so we embarked on our journey to defeat the Blue Dragon with knights and healers from Lingdal. On to Isengard we go. My silver key and inventory were packed with supplies. Altair's official reasons for the trip are traveling and shopping. A maid disguised as Altair left in a luxurious carriage to go sightseeing, so she'll make sure it looks like the so-called debauched princess was there. Someone sure looks happy to be leaving the castle. The Tartarus worshippers should all be suspicious of each other by now. I erased all trace of the Dragonheart's power from the third parish only on purpose. And other powerful figures are probably still trying to figure out why Lucius has barricaded himself in the city. That should buy us a month, or maybe 2 months at most. In the meantime, I need to get a lot done as quickly and quietly as possible, without any interference. The first step is a Blue Dragon raid, and teaming up with them, the elves. There's another important thing to mention. I decided not to tell Altair yet that I returned from the past. She hasn't learned communion and she doesn't remember her conversation with Eurydice. Think about it. Imagine if some guy she barely knows only says, "I was actually your lover in my last life." How do you think she would react? Fucking crazy. She'd think you're either a lunatic or a creep. You couldn't exactly leave out the part where you were lovers. I'm not sure if it's because of that contact skill of hers, but the princess already trusts you. Don't scare her off now. We need to be careful about this, okay? I agree. Based on what Ned said, I tried to find another way to persuade her. Why does she trust me so much? Is it really because Lucius introduced me to her? Doubt it. Or maybe when I met Altair in my last life, she'd already lost several people who were close to her. Maybe that's why she was more suspicious and guarded then. We're here. Once we get over this hill, we'll be in the plains of Donakil, the largest breadbasket on the continent. It's also the land that my father and I came from. Ah, so you're from here. I came here once on a family trip when I was young. I was very impressed by the endless golden fields of wheat. It's quite something, isn't it? You get a decent meal at any home in Donakil. People are very welcoming of guests. Ah, that's so true. Although all that is in the past now. Take a look. What? Holy crap. It's a wasteland. How awful. It all started 3 years ago, when the Blue Dragon first appeared. Blue? Doesn't look blue. The dragon built a nest at the source of the river that runs through this region, and has been pumping the water full of deadly poison. We tried using healers, but they couldn't purify the land, so we lost 80% of our farmland in just 3 years. And the remaining 20% will be dead land by the next year as well. It's a miracle that they managed to last 3 years. It's thanks to the fact that the river water itself is special. If you look at the bigger picture, this is the perfect timing for us. If we miss this chance, it won't be just the farmland that we lose. Welcome, priest and pilgrim caravan. We brought some food. Ah, thank you so much for always helping us, sir. How are things inside? Not very good as usual. Not very good as usual. This is the first aid station. Farmers who have lost their homes due to the poison can come here for protection. We're actually supposed to be joining forces here with some troops sent by the Lord of Donakil. They are running low on supplies on the front line as well. Do you mind if we wait here and get ourselves organized? Sure, that sounds good. What? Greetings, sir. Ooh, who is this? I don't think it's poison. I'm doing an exorcism. Could you please leave? I'm busy. but he's just poisoned. Nah, he's got a devil in him. This is Lord Grimes, a knight. Thank you for the water. He came from the Lord's castle. The monster appeared while he was patrolling the area. He managed to kill it, but it was badly injured. Wait, why are you... Stop my exorcism. By the power of Christ I compel you. By the power of Christ I command you. Get out of this body. Judging from his purple skin, it looks like the blue dragon's poison has spread through his whole body. These are the symptoms that appear when poison in the water enters the body. When someone is attacked by a monster from the dragon's nest. Like the land, the poison in the body can't be purified. So there's nothing that the healers can do. All they can do is try to reduce the pain. All he awaits is death. I know Grimes. He's an experienced, trustworthy knight. I think he's part of the reinforcements sent by the Lord of Donakil. That could be it. So we're going to team up with these troops anyway, huh? Princess, how secure is this first aid station? Is she blushing? I can make it as secure as you like. Very good, Princess. The blue dragon's poison may be deadly, but I have my own way of countering it. Treat poison with poison. This area is now completely off limits to everyone else. Poison needle. Yee. Time to poison the poisoned. Yee. Let's go. I got stronger poison than you know. Think you can poison someone? I'll show you poison. Big fire. I'll just gotta make a bigger fire. Fade. The King of Poison completed his 72 deadly poisons toward the end of my last life. The key ingredients in some of the poisons were extremely rare. And for some of them it had to be extracted from me. This poison, for instance, requires the blood of a dragon lord as its key ingredient. Number 32. Asmodeus. It's originally a deadly poison that burns your flesh from the inside. But if you adjust the concentration carefully while at the same time have a healer that treats someone, it burns the poison in their body and heals them very quickly. Every time I stick a needle in him, wait 30 seconds and then use your recovery spell. Okay. Depending on the situation and how you use it, poison can be medicine and vice versa. I wonder if this will work against the blue dragon's poison. Not even healers can get rid of it. What? The mana perception around the first aid station just reacted to something. Someone's coming. Greetings, Mr. Pilgrim. Ah shit. Long time no see. How have you been? Regulus Donakil, the head of the Scarecrow Knights, the Royal Army of Donakil. Oh, Lord Regulus. It's good to see you here. Legolas? I heard what you wrote in that urgent letter to my father, the Lord of Donakil, about the dragon raid beginning soon, since we've known each other for so long, and you're like family to the territory of Donakil. I feel like I should tell you something as the eldest son of the Lord of Donakil. They're not gonna do it. Who's been deceiving you, sir? What? The dragon raid is supposed to take place a year from now. Even then, it's only supposed to happen under the condition that the Holy One of Light finds the dragon heart. That's why I planted some spies in the third parish. Who've been informing me of the situation there. The third parish is completely shut down, and Lord Lucius has cancelled all engagements and locked himself up in his room all day. This doesn't seem at all like the right time to begin the raid. Plus, standard protocol requires that you come to the castle and consult with the Lord first. And yet, you simply requested more troops because you deemed yourself to be ready for the raid. Seems as though someone is taking advantage of you, Mr. Pilgrim, and it concerns me greatly. I see. It's good that you're so cautious. The Lord of Donakil told me for certain that he would send reinforcements. Did he ask you to check on me, or was this your own idea? There's no time to wait for chit-chat, Mr. Pilgrim. Hey, you, close down this first aid station immediately and... What's going on? Lord Grimes. What are those things sticking out of him? Poisoned needles. You bastard! Get the hell away from Lord Grimes. Nice kick. How dare you draw your sword here? Ophelia, but you're the princess's bodyguard. What are you doing here? Why are you stopping me? I heard most of what happened outside, using mana perception. I understand your concerns, Lord Regulus, Donakil, but you have no right to refuse anyone's participation in the raid, or to harm the members of my raid party. The letter that your father and the Earl of Donakil received wasn't a request for reinforcements sent by a merchant. It was an order from me, Altair Justina Cayenne, Princess of the Kingdom of Cayenne. It's an honor to see you, Princess. Thank you so much. How can I ever repay you for this? I don't know, you can chop that guy's head off. I'm sorry, Lord Sepper. I had no idea you were trying to save Lord Grimes, one of our elite knights. I didn't mean to be so rude. It's alright. At least he doesn't blame anyone else when he apologizes. That's promising, yeah. I won't need to discipline him. Regulus. Do you remember when we were at the academy together? Huh. So they went to the same school. Whenever we had group assignments, the other students were all afraid of you because you had a reputation for being uptight. But actually, you were always so attentive to details that other people missed. That's why your team never had any accidents, and you were even harder to beat than my team with all its so-called geniuses. Now, as the junior earl and the head of the knights, you wanted to check to make sure that everything is in order, didn't you? I admire that about you, Princess. Regulus, or rather Junior Earl of Donakil. As the Grand Duchess of Lindale, I would like to tell you a secret because you're my most trusted ally. It's about Lord Zephyr here. The truth is, he received an oracle from the goddess Aria and was sent here to save the Holy One and the rest of the world from danger. Really? It's like, wait, what? Hey, that wasn't part of the plan. We were so blinded by greed that we put ourselves in grave danger by failing to weed out the Tartarus worshippers in the raid party. Oh wait, was that in the letter? Zephyr, however, received an oracle from the goddess Aria and saved us all. As per the goddess's wishes, the dragon heart was granted to Zephyr, who is destined to save the world. We must obey him as we would obey the goddess. This is a letter from the Holy One, Lucius himself. Wait. The Holy One? But the goddess Aria. So you both come to share your glory with me. I, Regulus Donakil, swear to serve you with all my strength. Amazing. We are the best liars in the world. Oh god. You wrote that letter yourself. Yeah, I'm trying to... Yeah, makes sense, I guess. I was like, was that what he wrote? No, it wasn't. No. She's in a class of her own. Whoops, there's that old habit of mine. And so the raid party members that we encountered at the first aid station accepted me as their commander without much resistance. Yeah, he just like head-patted the princess. Of course, that also meant that I assumed several more responsibilities. I used acupuncture on everyone who was in critical condition. The first aid station, but it won't neutralize the poison completely. The poison will start spreading through their bodies again in a few days, so we need to create a proper cure for them as soon as possible. And the key ingredient can only be found here. The great forest of Elfin. A massive forest in northwestern Aslan. Elves. I thought the forest would be in ruins like the farmlands, but it's still completely intact. Well, it's the size of several territories combined. Does it feel different here compared to the outside? It's because of the high mana concentration. I can't take the horses past the town on the outskirts of the forest. The strong mana scares them. You really need to go into the forest. I'm scared. Can't we just leave the goods outside the forest? It's safer inside. We can't leave them outside with a smiling woman wandering around out there. I wish I could just put them in the Silver Key. It would be much more convenient. You're asking if you can put people in here? Of course you can. Doesn't matter to me. Naturally I gave you the key to this room. But just so you know, the previous owner of the Silver Key had a bit of trouble with it. I put a companion of theirs in here. But when they took them out again, their companion had lost their mind and howled constantly like a wild animal. Why do you think that happened? I'm curious myself. Maybe time is different in here? It's better to keep them by my side where I can protect them. Who needs the Silver Key? Maybe you don't age in there, but like time moves differently. So you've been in there for like 1,000 years when he's just only let you be there for an hour. Like, what? Fuck! The town used to be inhabited by about 50 residents of the territory of Donakil, but now it serves as a base on the front line. Town. Current location. The other members of the raid party are already busy at work there. Let's head for the town first. Yes, princess. Huh? What was that just now? It was faint, and it only lasted a brief moment, but I felt someone watching us from the woods. What's wrong? Princess, there's something I want to check. Probably elves. Probably elves. Most likely just elves. Right. Right. The last time we heard from the forest town, 2 days ago, a carrier pigeon arrived when we were at the first aid station. Some sorcerers were sent here by our magic tower and installed a device that gives off red smoke whenever there's a problem in the forest town. It's my first time going there, but that's what I've heard. I checked with my own eyes. There aren't any enemies lying in ambush or transformed enemies in the area. There's much firepower on our side, we should be fine. The things I know about the great forests of Elfinor, my homeland. There's much to talk about. Do you really want to hear about it? Here's a bunch of meaningless old tales now. Well, it can't be that meaningless if you talk about it in your sleep. It doesn't matter whether it's meaningful or not. Just tell me something. I'm bored. After that, when we were in a desperate situation, he told me more about the forest, like a fire banishing the darkness. So I'm well aware of this place. Maybe breathtakingly beautiful. But it's a demonic forest that uses its beauty to lure and devour humans. Ned, guard ahead of the caravan. There's no telling when we might be attacked. Got it. Look. The gate to the forest. The device is intended to keep intruders away. This used to be positioned much deeper in the woods past the forest town. We haven't even reached the town yet. What's this doing here? Hear me, humans. Be gone. This is not your land. You said the last time you heard from the town was 2 days ago, right? That's plenty of time for the town to be taken over by enemies. Hey, what did you do to the townspeople? Hold on, everyone. Residents of the forest, my name is Altair. I'm a human princess. I've come to talk with you. Why would you say that? Talk. You say you want to talk when you have a whole army with you. Surely must be joking. We've already conveyed our position with you several times by carrier pigeon, human princess. Your brother ruined any possibility of further discussion. This river separates you separates you forest people from us. Oh yeah, right. How about we each build a sentry post and civilian town on the opposite sides of the river? We each stay on our own side and mind our own business. There won't be any fighting, interfering, or talking among us. It will be a time of silence. This marks the beginning of our truce. I appreciate you giving me such a rare item as a token of your cooperation, so of course I would be happy to oblige. You should be happy. These are very good conditions for you as well. Take care, elves, you noble forest dwellers. The roots are moving. Elves have long ears and live several times longer than humans. They also have a natural affinity for magic, and they've been living in their own kingdom within the great forest of Elfin for a long time. For over 2,000 years. They've used the forest's overflowing life force to create their own type of magic and modify plants, to build a safe dwelling and an impenetrable fortress for themselves. Go back! The only thing we have for you is death. Ah! There's no need to be afraid. Just remember your training and... Is that a bomb? So this is how you're going to be. How unfortunate. Wow. Sorcerer. Watchtower. Place where gatekeeper elves monitor the forest boundaries and control magical plants. Nice. Did we get him? Of course you didn't. Haha, not even a princess can defeat us. Anyone who tries to trespass on our territory will feel our wrath. Keep your hands on the crystal ball, you fool! Zephyr. Dragon Slayer's cloak. Reduces all types of magic damage. Light barrier. Blocks enemy attacks with holding power. The higher the level, the greater the range and strength of the barrier. I didn't know the light barrier was such a powerful skill. Way to go, healer! She totally blocked that attack. Wasn't her though, was it? Are you alright? Yes, thanks to you. The gatekeeper elves operating the gate to the forest are just regular foot soldiers. How can this be? There isn't even a scratch on them. I might have started that device maybe. It's not enough to stop me. Open the gate, you fool. Skill language enhancement. Exclusive dragon skill imbues words with magical power. A limited amount of use is permitted due to dragon art. Oh. So that's what the gaze I felt was. The center of the tree is where the watchtower is. The gate to the forest just opened. What happened? Huh? You may look young, but you're probably at least 100 years old. I'd say you each deserve a good smack first. We can talk later. Let go of me! Put me down! Huh? Wait a minute. This elf looks a bit different from the one I know. But her eyes... Boom. Lord Sever! You moron, are you trying to kill me too? You just destroyed a watchtower! It's hard to control my powers, so try to stay out of the way. Stay out of the way! Ugh, you gotta be kidding me! I'll send you the coordinates again. Make sure you kill him this time. That skill and that power. It's him! I know it. One of the 10 great warriors of this continent. The champion archer who will someday join the human resistance army and make demons tremble with fear. Dario, the divine archer. Your friend. The target is 0.63 miles away. I'll take him out with this shot. Sure it will. Sure you will. Sure you will. I believe in you. Not. One of the 10 great warriors! Yeah, whatever. We're under attack. Where did that come from? It's hard to set in. It's hard to see in these woods. I'll find out. Eyes of Graia. Graia transmits audiovisual information among remote controlled golems. Can be shared between up to 3 golems. One of you go to Commander Sefer. You track down where that attack came from. He doesn't need that. The trees are too tall. The golems have a maximum range of 650 feet. I see something. Alright, what does he need your help? Is that a spell? No, it's an arrow. Can't believe the distance he shot it from. The arrow came from over half a mile away. He already knew that though. Kitsuga! Touch! Not a bad shot, that. Damn, is he bleeding from his hands? Did he just deflect the arrow? No way, it must have been a coincidence. No, it wasn't. Subnorden. Coincidence or not, his arm is already injured. He won't last much longer now. Use a stronger skill, Dario. I'll back you up. Yes, Kiara. Red Meteor. Huh. I recognize that skill. Each arrow is 3 times faster and more powerful than other normal arrows. It's the Red Meteor. The arrows are too fast to get the correct timing to use language enchantment to stop them. And if I dodge it, the shockwave from the impact will hurt my allies. That's more like it. I'm ready for you. I'll use my full strength. Yo. His movements looked slow. The source of trajectory seems so slow yet flexible. But in reality it happened in less than a second. And in the next moment, the trajectory became a dragon and burst into the air. Boom. The name of the Dragon King style martial art. It's derived from Eastern characters that signify a dragon. But it's only called that because of its form of magic and the flow of martial art style. I didn't think it really had anything to do with dragons. I had no idea it could be this powerful. Is he really human? He seems more like a dragon in human form. How are we supposed to fight someone like that? We've already lost so many of our people to the blue dragon. That's right. Mother. We've lost. We won't attack anymore. Are you human or a dragon? Whichever you are, we'll give you anything you want, but in exchange, we need your help, please. What the hell am I gonna help you guys with? Alright, fine. I'll do what I can. What do you mean, fine? Do you even know the problem? I'll fix it. My mother is dying. She has cancer. Sorry. No one can treat cancer. Amazing. The humanoid Grimes here is recovering from the blue dragon's poison. There's still poison in his system, but I've never seen a substance with such a remarkable detoxifying ability. What is it? For Grimes, he hasn't fully recovered yet. And moving around will only spread the poison in his body more quickly. But he insisted on coming with us on this expedition to serve as living proof of the antidote's effectiveness. He truly is an exemplary knight. That, and he can be close to Zephyr so we can fix it immediately after. My name is Heron. I'm one of the High Elf Elders. These two are the elves you fought. On my right is High Elf Dariel. And on my left is Kiara, a sentry. High Elves. They are powerful elves from the ruling class. They have unusual pupils. A sign that they were born with unique abilities. And yet, Kiara is quite different from before. She was a bit more mature when I met her in my last life. Is she going to have a sudden growth spurt in the next few years? So hard to tell at an elf's age. The three of life must have led you to us. How fortunate we are to encounter yet another person capable of helping us. And you try to kill me like multiple times. Since we concluded our truce with Prince Polaris, we've been living deep within these woods. This is the second time we've welcomed the human guest. There's only ever been one other person who managed to come in before. He risked his life to enter the forest and saved our people from being poisoned. Like you, he used very rare poisons and needles. His name was Fade. Huh, so it meant Fade. He was known as a Viper. Fade? He was searching for his lost companions. A friend of a friend is also a friend of ours. Huh. I believe we can help each other, my friends. Not him though. But like, yeah, sure, I'll bite. Yeah, we're best friends. As I know all of these poison skills, makes sense. With the rivers flowing through the great forest of Elven, the Lake of Vitality nourishes the massive forest surrounding it. Sustained by the lake's tremendous life force and healing power, the elves have prospered as a result. A long tributary flows out of the forest and into the plains of Donakil. Tributary. Which is why Donakil became humanity's greatest breadbasket. Even the giant tree of life grew to be so enormous by feeding on the Lake of Vitality. The tree itself is imbued with divine power, and it is the source of the High Elf's strength. The Elven Kingdom has been sustained in this way for 2,000 years. But ever since the Blue Dragon created its nest in the Lake of Vitality, the lake's water of vitality has become poisonous and has spread throughout the forest. Good maps. A few days earlier in Lindell Fortress. So according to Lord Zephyr's plan, the Blue Dragon raid will consist of us and the troops on site in Donakil. Plus we need to enlist the help of the elves. Are you sure they'll agree to join us? I'll make them. If they don't, if they won't, I'll make them. Gosh, Edwin, don't you have any faith in my negotiation abilities? I do, princess. It's just, my queen, I mean. Mother. What are we to do? I understand that the elves are in a desperate situation at the moment, so they won't have any choice but to cooperate. But the real problem is the people living in Donakil. Only those who live far away from the elves have a fairy tale image of them. Wandering minstrels have done a great deal to glamorize them after all. Inhabiting a territory directly adjacent to the elves as they do, the people of Donakil have treated them like a sort of pest. Like wild boars, wolves, bears, or something worse. Now, they're outright enemies. 4 years ago, that is, 1 year before the Blue Dragon appeared, two high elves known as the Red Moon and Black Moon invaded Donakil. All land touching the water from the Lake of Vitality belongs to us. Since the water of Vitality also flows in these fields, this is rightfully our land, you barbaric humans. Although the humans were overpowered by the elves and nearly lost their land, Prince Polaris appeared and led the Temple Knights into battle as a cardinal. And following the appearance of the Golden Dragon, the elves retreated into the forest. As a result, the humans won the war, and the elves were forced to agree to truce. A year after that is when the farmland was poisoned. The Lord of Donakil and his son Regulus are aware that cooperation with the elves is necessary in order to resolve the crisis. Accordingly, they've been trying to stop the spread of rumors about the elves. But people believe that the elves poisoned their land out of spite. The plan itself is difficult enough to execute as it is. We'd also have to keep an eye on our own party members to make sure they don't betray each other. Seems a bit too soon to attempt a raid at the moment. You're missing the big picture, Edwin. That's precisely why this is going to work. What do you mean, princess? Like they say, crises are opportunities in disguise. This may seem like a problem now, but you need to look further into the future. Remember our goal. I did a small favor for one of Fade's old guildmates. In return, the guildmate took me in as his disciple and taught me how to make poisons, as well as how to perform acupuncture. Oh right, so you never even met Fade, did you? That's the story I've decided to go with. Oh no, oh right, you didn't meet Fade. I forgot in the story. He was your friend or whatever, right? One of the people who survived close to the end, I think. Thanks to it, Elder Heron, Kiara, and Dariel trust me to a certain extent. Although they haven't completely let their guard down. Wow, you're even better than Fade. Poison is already taking effect. That's because mine is much rarer. There's a recipe for this poison, but no one has ever made it before. I'm the first person to make it. No one else could find ingredients. Actually, the recipe doesn't even exist yet. It'll be a few years until Fade invents it. Oh my god. So unfair. On another note, Kiara seems to be on pretty familiar terms with Fade. I wonder how well they knew each other at this point. I'm sure Fade would want to meet all of you. Where's your master, Zephyr? Can't say. My master and Fade both belong to a guild of assassins known as Persephone, but it was brought down by treachery. Can't tell you anything until I see for myself whether Fade can be trusted. So where is he now? Is he here? I can't say either. For the same reason as you? He already left. It was here a year ago. Dariel! He heard rumors that the land was poisoned, so he reached out to an old guildman and came to investigate the problem. Would you stay out of this? You're the one who begged for help, and now you're withholding information from the only person who can help us? Stop being a little brat and behave yourself. Get off me. What a mess. What a mess. The elves poisoned by that blue dragon have been clinging on to life over the last year thanks to small, regular doses of the deadly poison that Fate left for us. However, even that deadly poison has nearly run out. We had to make our tough decision. Who will receive the poison and who won't receive any? In other words, we had to decide which of our own people to forsake. What a divine blessing that Lord Zephyr appeared when he did. If things continued like this, we would have been destroyed by civil strife. Not only can he neutralize the blue dragon's poison, but he's also as powerful as Dariel's bow. Perhaps even more powerful. If we can just get him on our side. I'm sure we would be able to find the Queen's last sealed box in the center of the poisoned land. 3 years ago. Aside from the one in the poisoned land, this is the last one. With these sealed boxes that were hidden in the 12 towers, we finally have the power to create a new kingdom. We are the most powerful among the High Elves who have earned the title of Moon. It's time for us to leave this place and establish our own kingdom. What are you saying? You really intend to abandon your kingdom and the Queen? The only reason you're alive now is because the Queen single-handedly stopped the blue dragon. Stopped? Have you seen the forest lately? Elder Heron, is this what stopping the dragon looks like to you? The Queen never fulfilled her royal duties in the first place. Even before she was poisoned by the blue dragon, she was always too sick and weak to do much more than lie in bed. That's why she failed to stop the Red Moon and Black Moon from taking control of the army. Any normal queen would have used mind control to stop those two immediately. We should have done this from the start. I'm done relying on a fool of a queen. I'm going to create my own kingdom, take care of those willing to follow me myself. The Black Moon and Red Moon taught me an important lesson. Even after being banished from the kingdom for losing the war, they destroyed the towers and fled with the sealed boxes. As a result, I realized just how foolish we've been. Take care, you fools. Enjoy your lives in a place without a future. Come see me if you ever change your mind, Haran. There will always be a place for you in my kingdom. The reason why I didn't do the same thing as them isn't out of loyalty to the queen. It's because I wasn't strong enough to seize the throne for myself without one of those sealed boxes. I chose the wrong side. I was impressed with Dario's talent, so I thought I could convince him to join me with the right training. He certainly became as powerful as I expected, but he's too rigid. He'll never turn against his own mother, the queen. Of course. If you knew of my intentions to leave this place as soon as I get my hands on a sealed box, he would lock me up in a dungeon right away. So this turn of events is indeed a true blessing. I see, so the dragon must be defeated for the sake of both the humans and the elves. I wholeheartedly agree. The only way to resolve our problem is to slay the blue dragon. I'm well aware of that, but as you can see, most of the high elves have left, and there aren't many elves capable of fighting here. Desperate to find a way to survive, I ordered some troops to cross the river and look for a place to resettle a couple of days ago. The troops captured some prisoners in the so-called forest town across the river, but they will all be released. I assure you that they were not mistreated. For now, I need to play along and cooperate with them. The tower is located in a place completely inaccessible due to extreme contamination, but Lord Zephyr knows how to neutralize the poison. So I'll persuade him to bring me the seal box in the tower first. That box I'll finally be king. The elf elder has agreed to cooperate. And the other elves are so grateful for saving the lives of their poisoned family members. Plus, we don't need to worry about the people of Donakil. The goddess of light has sent this hero to guide us. Have faith and you shall be saved. Oh, I'm already sick of this. Could you please stop? No, it's too fun. Almighty Arya, Lord Zephyr. Why do the people of Donakil love the goddess of light so much? Elves, water is the reason why our land flourished, yet they only want the goddess. The Temple of Light has always come to our aid in times of war. Come to our aid? You mean come to take advantage of us? Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad everything worked out so well. I guess I didn't need to worry so much after all. You were just afraid because you think too small. The hardest part is only just beginning. Stay sharp and keep an eye on things. Oh, this is so annoying. As if being sent out to some backwoods wasn't bad enough. We were taken prisoner. Couldn't even bathe in that filthy prison. Milia, sorceress from the Magic Tower. Daisy, sorceress from the Magic Tower. Yep. And worst of all, why did we have to run into that stuck-up bitch as soon as we got out of prison? Stuck-up. I wish I could just kill her. Hey Daisy, you've spent quite a bit of time with her. Does she have any weaknesses? Does she have any weaknesses? Not really. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Like, if you don't want to die. I mean, obviously. Veronica, a major city in the south. Thank you, everyone. Princess Altair's project to cultivate the Thorny Mountains will be carried out in collaboration with the Southern Construction Guild. Our guild is extremely honored to have this opportunity. I know we must all be suffering because of the bad harvest up in Donakil, but we can create more farmland by leveling these mountains. If anyone is interested in bidding for a lot of land, please ask my secretary. That's all for now. Can I get back to relaxing? Altair's late in my... Oh god. Wait, damn! She looks exactly. Vocal mimicry. While we were teaming up with the elves, Altair's assistants quickly proceeded with the plan to cultivate the Thorny Mountains. Silly princess, you can create all the new farmland that you want. But it won't stop us Tartarus worshippers from contaminating the land again. Just throwing money down the drain. But my advice was in order to cover up our real activities. If they investigated carefully, they'd realize that Altair in the south is fake. But with Alden dead, there are only 11 of the 12 apostles now, and suspicion against Jinriang is taking hold. So the Tartarus worshippers already have their hands full with internal problems. While they're busy, we're going to have some fun. See those things over there? Yeah, seems nice. Could eat me. Magical plant. Magical planet creates food and supplies, creates different items depending on the code entered. Seriously? I thought it was a carnivorous plant at first. We elves created those plants to make our lives easier. Magical plant mana weed. A plant that takes root near streams and increases the mana in the air by storing and filtering the water of vitality. Damn. But they've been contaminated by poison. So now the mana weeds produce a poisonous mist. And the plants have turned into monster factories. Makes sense. Mutations! We have a couple of conditions. Firstly, we need you to protect this town from the monsters in the forest. The poison has driven us further and further from the center, so we've had to resettle all the way over here. If we are forced to move any further, original settlement, Lake of Fatality, current settlement, damn, that's a lot. Elfers town accommodates up to 50 people. There won't be a town that will be able to take everyone in. Human forest town accommodates up to 50, only 50? Damn. Plus, my mother has stabilized somewhat as I performed this acupuncture treatment on her. She's been in an extremely critical condition for 3 years. She won't have the energy to relocate. We need to keep her here. Well, that's a given. I need mana stones and ingredients to make stuff anyway. So I'll clear away all the monsters for you. I was gonna kill him even if he didn't ask me to. Damn. Splitting rock. Taco punch. First of all, I'd like to thank you for both helping to protect our town and for removing the poison from the queen and the other elves. I never expected that we'd be saved by humans, especially after our own high elves have deserted us. I'm not sure how we could ever repay you for everything you've done, which is why I feel very ashamed to say this. Can't trust you. What? Young branch from the tree of life. A monophyll branch cut from the tree of life. Water of vitality. Are you going to give him your bow or something? Water from the lake of vitality contained in a vase. Supplies a young branch with nutrients. The 2 items that you request are crucial to preventing our town from being contaminated. Okay, so you want something that you can't give. Please don't take them. I'm begging you. Oh, for Christ's sake. I'm getting so sick of this. Listen. Would you cut the crap? We can't give you the items. We are sorry. Don't beat around the bush. Just tell me exactly what you need. Pardon. Do I need to spell it out for you? First, you need a complete antidote to save the Elf Queen. Second, you need to restore both the Lake of Vitality and the Tree of Life. Third, you need to kill the Blue Dragon. But the sap from the stem of the Tree of Life is the main ingredient for the first task. And in the case of the second task, the Lake's Vitality would be restored anyway. If the Blue Dragon were gone... Oh, look at that! I guess you really only need me to do the third task. I'll slay the dragon for you. What more do you need? Do you have to do I have to find your girlfriend as well? Are you absolutely sure that you can slay the dragon? Without those 2 items, the town will be contaminated instantly. I'll give you anything else you want, but I can't give you those, not unless you're completely certain. Among the 4 remaining high elves in town, I'm the only one capable of fighting properly. I'm responsible for protecting the other elves. Make no mistake, this is your only chance. What if you don't do it this time? When will you be ready? Who's going to wait for you? The Blue Dragon, your sick queen, or the humans eagerly waiting for you to fail? Just so that they can plunder your town? I've been drawing my own blood every single day just to make the poison suppressant for you. How much longer do I have to keep doing this shit? Am I just a walking sack of blood for your use? Wake up, Daryl! The most important thing right now is getting this over with as soon as possible, no matter what it costs you. This is no time to weigh up whether you can do it or not. You don't seem to understand. Or well, if that's how you're going to be, I'll just have to show you what I'm capable of. Damn. Can't believe they really used their skills here. And what about those 2? What happened to them? You see now? You said you'd make me the main damage dealer of the Blue Dragon raid, but my arrows can't even pierce the scales of a dragon lord like you, let alone a real dragon. That's how weak I am. I'd kill the Blue Dragon right this minute if I could. It's for instant. The fact of the matter is, I couldn't kill it even if I wanted to. Even though I need to. What am I supposed to do? Get up. I'll tell you why you're so weak. First of all, this item of yours is garbage. My bow! I happen to have some extremely high quality materials. I'll make you a new one. Now stop bawling. Pretty soon you'll be crying tears of joy. My bow! My ultimate bow! Ultimate? Useless. Useless bow. Why'd you break this? I appreciate your offering to make Daryl a new bow, but we could have given this to another archer. We are already short on firepower as it is. That's a good point. By your human standards, this is a hero grade bow. It's expensive. What? Hero grade? At least it praises for me. Is it really hero grade? Let me take a look. Roaring grading chart. An item grade classification system devised by mutual agreement among the Temple of Light, the Sky Temple, and the Adventure Guild Association. There are 5 items grades. Normal, advanced, rare, hero, legend. It really is a hero grade item. Combined with the fact that it belonged to the great Dario. This would go for at least 50,000 gold at the Roaring auction. 50,000? Oh my head. Father. Lord Zephyr, destroyed my hesitation, not my bow. 50,000 gold, I'm not sure how much money that is, but as far as I'm concerned, it's a bargain. He must be out of his mind. An old weapon. The item that was used to prevent the town from being contaminated. I don't have any of the things I used to depend on anymore. The only way to go from here is forward. And to be honest, I'm actually excited. Wonder what kind of weapon he's going to make for me. It's a slingshot. Here you go. What? Is it legendary? Nah, it's no slingshot. But you don't need anything else. You just need my training. I happen to have some extremely high quality materials, so I'll make you a new one. What high quality materials was he referring to? Oh god damn it. Wait, could it be? Yeah. Young branch from the Tree of Life. Monophyll branch cut from the Tree of Life. Did he take that branch so that he could make me a new weapon? But the branch is too small to make a bow out of it. Maybe that's not it. No, that is exactly it. How's he going to do it though? Please accept these. This is the water vitality and a young branch from the Tree of Life. After experiencing death once before, I become desensitized to the world around me. Most things just don't move or excite me the way they used to. Having said that, this is truly astounding. It's beautiful. Yo. In your hands, you hold the last cup of the water vitality. Just gonna drink it. Although, if the raid is successful and the lake of vitality is restored, I suppose it won't be the last cup of water. Isn't that right? Of course. Bonsky. Bonsky. Let's go. My body's bursting with a huge amount of vitality. Water vitality. Water from the lake of vitality. Contains a high concentration of vitality. Okay. Perk. Skill. Hermes secret skill. Maximizes the effectiveness of all potions. Effects of the water vitality has been combined with Hermes' secret skill. Can't believe how well that worked. And now in this they'll carry out Dragonification and Monoflow. Monoflow. Type of energy control. An Eastern technique for training mana. Causes mana to circulate throughout the body's blood. Yeah, I mean, obviously. Skill Dragonification. Yeah, gets Dragonified. The conditions for the Blue Dragon raid are far more ominous than those of the raid of Eurydice's tomb. First of all, there's a massive field of deadly poison, with a radius extending 6 miles around the lake. And at its center, there's a dragon, the king of beasts. No human body could withstand a fight like that. I need to increase the duration and level of Dragonification. And the best way to do that in a short period of time is to unlock the Dragon Heart's power with the Water of Vitality. Because of the pressure it puts on the user's body, the Dragon Heart's power is supposed to be released gradually and slowly. But we don't have enough time. Moirai, the tree goddesses of fate. Skill Moirai. Ancient Medean spell allows one to adjust another person's mana. Thankfully he has everything necessary for the raid. High concentration of mana from the great force of Elephant. Vitality provided by Water of Vitality. The power of a dragon thanks the Dragonification. The power of a dragon. Thanks. What? Now I'll combine all these things using the Moirai and pour them into the Dragon Heart. I'll heal you. The Dragon Heart's normal power is at 5.12, 5.86. Power's resistance is too great. They don't want to mix with each other. 6.1, 6.2, 5.15. Oh no. Power dropped again. 5, 4. Please. His breathing is unstable. The best person to assist the master of a Dragon King style energy control is his master. Is another master of the same technique. I'll guide you. Tame that wild power racing through your body. Huh? What? He looks like a dragon? No. Ah, I was hoping like a full-on dragon. We did it! That was brutal. How many percentages of dragon power did he get now? Very impressive. Dragon Heart normal power 10. Okay, 10.1. Duration 10 minutes, power after boost 19. Once normal power reaches 10%, duration increases by 2 minutes every time. The Dragon Heart's normal power increases by 1. I'm still nowhere near the kind of power I had in my last life, but it feels like I'm finally starting to get somewhere. Until now, it was so frustrating not to have any power. Can't just sit around resting here after everyone else worked so hard for my sake. Can I have a towel, Daryl? Oh, of course. I'll wipe the sweat off you. That's alright, just give me the towel. Now I'll wipe it. No, I'll take it. I'm going to get you the materials for your new weapon now. Are you going to rip out a tooth? Oh no. Dragon scales. Ow. Ah, what the? He just ripped off his own scales. You can't pierce dragon scales with ordinary metal. What if you use a dragon's scales? It says only at 19%, but these scales are from Kaisaurus, the most powerful dragon. If I make him a bow and arrows with these, I'm sure he can deal some serious damage to the dragon. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Holy shit, that must hurt. I'll scrape up all the scales and make him the best weapon he's ever had. Wait, scrape up all the scale? This will be my first dragon weapon in this life. Bro, all the scales? Does he really need to use all of them? Oh my god. Oh my god, he's gonna skin himself. Dragon weapon. Well, I never tried one myself. That was a lot of scales. But I'll need very high quality secondary ingredients to create a weapon of that level. Because ingredients can degrade an item if they don't match each other. See this? This is our greatest mana alloy. We elves are very proud of it. It's called clear gold. Noel's blacksmith. Noel. Blacksmith works for the queen of the elves. This should be strong enough to contain the black dragon's power. Clear gold. Blood rubies from Eurydice's tomb. Moon tree arrow shafts. Alright then. Mage circle. Skill mage circle, an ancient Median spell. Creates a circular boost aura around the caster. Power and duration of all spells within the boost aura increase by 100%. Dragonification. Flow fort. Language enchantment. Bind it. Be reborn. Those are the new items. Arrows. And a bow. Holy shice. That's amazing. Black dragon arrows. 2 weeks to go until the scheduled raid. He just gave him something he can kill you with, you know. You're friends. You're friends. It should be fun. The humans and elves are both busy preparing for the raid. Combat units will be divided into 2 teams. You'll alternate between training and hunting every other day. Lord Ned, the Temple Knight, will supervise training. 2 weeks of last minute preparations. This feels familiar for some reason. The next 2 weeks are going to feel like a month. From your own dragon body. Oh shit. The hunting team will fight their way through the plants and monsters. Our goal is to reach a mile east of the Lake of Vitality. We need to get there in less than 10 days. The hunting continued every day, and mountains of mana stones were extracted from monsters. Although they disappeared again almost instantly. I believe we'll just manage to meet our golem production targets, Commander. Because mana stones, a type of mana crystal, are used for all kinds of things. Golem cores. building and reinforcing bases, and installing magic circles. A magic circle trap to protect the base, a magic circle of recovery to protect our allies, and most importantly, a magic circle to create a safe zone. If we create safe zones using pieces of the branch from the Tree of Life as a core, the poisonous mist won't be able to come inside. I'll install them along the path cleared by the hunting team. Sorcerers, I need you to cover me. It's so complicated, I've never seen magic circles like these before. The magic furnace used to create items also required a constant supply of mana stones. This many? You want me to make something like this as well? Ugh. I like a challenge. After all, I'm Noel, the greatest blacksmith of the elves. I'll give it a try. And as for me, the dragon heart is currently at 10.5% power. I managed to reach the second stage of draconification. But I can only fight for 10 minutes. That's not nearly long enough. The dragon heart's power gradually spreads throughout my body, even when I'm not deliberately using it. The more power I use, the more quickly it spreads and becomes stronger. The 10 to 19. 2 more minutes for every 1% increase in normal power. 20 to 29. 3 more minutes for every 1% increase in normal power. What? I need to increase my power as much as possible in the time remaining until the raid. Ideally, I'd like to reach 19% so that I can use dragonification for 28 minutes. But I need at least 24 minutes at 17% just to be on the safe side. That's the only way I'll stand a chance against the blue dragon. Otherwise, there's no hope of defeating it. I need to use more and more power until I reach my limit. Ah! Damn, fire. And overcome it. Fire! The night before the raid. The lake is only a mile up ahead. I've finished inspecting our base and the front line. Everything is in order. Our supplies are fine as well. The troops are ready. Great. Make sure to get plenty of rest and eat well before the raid tomorrow. Ugh, I'm exhausted. The last 2 weeks felt like 2 months. You have a strong appetite today. I always have a strong appetite. Besides, we're not in a big hurry this time, so... Hey! Where'd your food go? Yeah, eat it. Steak, or what used to be, it's gone. I'm going to get some rest before tomorrow. Excuse me. She's gonna follow. Oh dear, my skin is terrible after working so much. I think I'll turn in early tonight as well. Good night, everyone. I'll come. No, I'm good. She's gonna go after Robin. And of course, she's gonna stay with it. Yeah, there we go. Feel like, didn't you say you'd have a sparring match with me? I never. Hey, let go of me. Come on, I want to test your skills before the raid tomorrow. I still let go. Good luck, my disciple. Good luck, my disciple. If someone had told me a year ago that this would happen, I wouldn't have believed them. Finish all preparations and a battle with the blue dragon is already tomorrow. Dragon, you must be joking. How could anyone defeat a dragon? Our guild can't accept such a request. Please leave. Our territory has already sent most of our troops to the eastern front, so we don't have any troops left to send. Unfortunately, we won't be able to help you. What kind of nonsense is this? A princess fighting a dragon? Don't be ridiculous. You're supposed to be kidnapped by one. Huh. Princess is the problem in the plains of Donakin. Giving a hard time? I know someone who might be able to help. Would you like me to introduce you? That swindler disappeared with all the money. What a shame. By the way, if you're concerned about agriculture, why don't you buy some land here? The thing is, the price of land has increased 5-fold in the last 3 years, so that won't be enough money. Rumors say that you've been bolstering the military in your territory recently, Altair, my dear sister. If I keep hearing such stories, you might be suspected of plotting a conspiracy. So don't do anything rash. It's just some advice from your loving older brother. No one helped me. Not even the nobles for the adventurers with all that power. The only people I could rely on were the team I had come to trust. But then, all my problems started to melt away like magic. Of course, was it luck? Or fate? Some people might call it that. But I don't believe in that kind of thing. Of course he's undressing when she walks in. What? You want something, princess? Wait. Seriously? She's just gonna throw herself at him? Assault! He's just like, hey, I was gonna sleep. God damn it. Oh well. Really? It's just like, Fate. You don't believe in that kind of thing? You just believe in taking what you want. Huh? Seriously? Damn. Yeah. Yo, he did not expect that. What? Hey, I haven't even tried to win you over yet. Skill, Kiss of Darkness, an ancient... Oh, that... Wait, did she just curse him? What the... Skill, Kiss of Darkness, an ancient Medean spell. Controls the mind of whoever kisses a caster, weakening their fighting power and forcing them to tell the truth. Oh, damn. Yo! Yo, she... She's different. Princess, what are you doing? Did she just curse him? What? Shh, you can't ask me anything right now. Amazing, isn't it? The troops have all recovered the elves. The elves agreed to cooperate with us, and the blue dragon raid I could never get off the ground is finally happening tomorrow. All because of someone that suddenly popped up. I can't trust you. Yeah, it's all thanks to you, and it happened in less than a month. I wasn't entirely sure about you, so I kept my eye on you from afar. But then... as soon as I saw that, I couldn't contain my suspicions anymore. I know you were after something. Why else would you draw your own blood and tear off your own scales like that every day? That is simply out of devotion. I mean, she's smart. She's not falling for it. Oh! Nothing in the world is free. Yeah. If you had some kind of ulterior motive, or if you were working for someone dangerous, no one could stop you. Everything would be over. So I need to know what you're really after. I mean, it's smart. Tell me, who sent you? So is it even going to work on him? I get that she's powerful and all that, but will it really work? I mean, he might just tell her because it feels like it, but like, sure, I can tell you. Wait, what? Wait, why can't? Wait. Did she forget that he can't speak unless she talks right? Oh, right. She asked him questions and now he can answer. She's that powerful, huh? So tell me, who sent you? Skill, Kiss of Darkness, an ancient Medean spell. Controls the mind of whoever kisses the caster, weakening their fighting power and forcing them to tell the truth. I mean, weakening their fighting power. That doesn't say much. Like, how much does it weaken him? Because he's quite a bit more powerful than she is. Yeah, he won it. He's just... That's fine. I came here of my own accord. And I'm doing this for you. Yo! Fire! Fire line, and it's true. Yo! Ha! Huh. What? What? Huh? But we never met. We have. Princess. Yo, that's fire. I came here on my own accord. And I'm doing this for you. Princess. He isn't lying. The skill is working. What do you mean? You already died once for my sake. So I went back in time to change that outcome. Dark hand. Yo, what the hell is she doing? Don't joke with me! Your voice is trembling. You must be quite surprised. Yes, you know. So long as I'm under the spell of the Kiss of Darkness, I'm incapable of lying. There's a reason why Medean magic is so incredibly powerful. An integrity check is performed as soon as a spell is activated, meaning the spellcaster can see right away whether or not the spell is working. Even if this were her first time using the skill, she could see that it's making me tell the truth. That's why I've been waiting for her to use this skill. Seriously? You've been waiting? Because this is the only way to make old Terra believe me. Until she learns communion. Ask me anything you like. I'll tell you everything you want to know. I'm powerless to resist you. Not that I have any intention of resisting anyway. I'm powerless to... Of course. Damn, bro. What is it? Don't you have any questions? You were so feisty earlier. Where did that go? You're wasting valuable skill time. Could you imagine if he was actually evil? He just played her right now. Come on, ask me some questions. Oh, sorry, time's up. You had a chance. Well, you can always cast it on me again. Yo! Oh, come on. This guy's a savage. Sigma already. Well, you can always cast it on me again if it wears off. I don't mind however many times you do. Well, that backfired, princess. She kisses him with Kiss of Darkness, going to control him, find out what's wrong, find out his darkest secrets. And she's the one who's speechless. Oh, Becky. It's so infuriating. What the hell am I doing here? What's wrong, Milio? What do you think? That little bitch is totally toying with us. Her? She just bosses around all day. Milio, let me remind you of something. We were hired to come here by the Lord of Donakil, but we only work for him in name. Our actual employer is Princess Altair. She's our boss. I know. That's why I hate having to listen to her. You know the professor will kill you if you don't do your job properly, right? I know. I've always disliked her. Ever since we were at the academy together. I used to stay up all night studying as hard as I could, and I even ran errands for the professors. If you miss any more classes, I'll have to hold you back, Princess. But I'm busy having fun. I only have a magic tool. If I win, you mark me down as present. Besides, your class is so boring. Class. But she's never worked hard for anything. She thinks she can do anything she wants with her wealth and connections. She makes hardworking people like me look like fools. Can't stand people like her. I knew it. Because she's always so critical of Princess Altair, I've been keeping an eye on the princess in case she ruins our plan. But she really has been doing a good job so far. I guess Melia just feels inferior next to her. But since we have a job to do, I better try to calm her down so that she doesn't do anything she might regret. By the way, Amelia, I have a secret to tell you. If you do a good job with this mission, you'll be recommended for a position as exclusive sorceress for a nobleman in the capital. Either Duke Giornetti or Marquess Klein. Really? The Duke and Marquess both requested a sorcerer with fighting capabilities, but the requirements are quite strict. You also have to be of the right age and have the right qualifications. They haven't been able to find any suitable candidates, so they asked to be sent the best fighter among the sorcerers who are here on this mission. But most of the people here are just assistants, and you are the only one who can really fight. I'm better suited to the lab. Once we defeat the Blue Dragon, your future is set. An exclusive sorceress for a nobleman in the capital. Can we really trust her? Huh? Me? Me? Alright, we're done checking the golems, so let's go. We need to get lots of rest for the battle tomorrow. Sounds good. They're finally gone. I thought those humans would never stop talking. Are you going to look for the box? What script? Golems are said to carry out the magical instructions inscribed on them. So by changing and adding a few words like this, I can turn these golems into faithful servants who will obey only me. Can't wait for tomorrow. Can't wait. Get in position, everyone. Nobody has said it out loud, but we can all sense it. Today is a day of reckoning. Some will return to dust, and others will witness a historic turning point. Again, Lord Zephyr's power boost. Most honorable goddess of light. Merciful tree of life. I knew that this path would be a brutal one with much bloodshed on the way. Damn. Oh! Fireball. But seeing it in person was even worse than I imagined. How can I put myself through all that misery again? I'm surprised you're asking me that. You haven't even seen the future, and yet you're walking the same path as I am. This is the second time around for me, so I'm going to do better this time. And finally, when this is all over, I'll get what I really want. Stars. Grant the hero strength. Once I've cleared all the obstacles in your way and defeated every enemy, I'll give you the throne. Then Please make me your king, my queen. Well, if you insist. What? Power boost. Yay. Kinda looks like some... like also there right now. The modification. The Blue Dragon raid begins. To be continued. Hello everyone, this is the creator of Doombreaker, Blue Deep. I mean, I might read this later, but... I mean, yeah, it has kind of... Wait, Doombreaker will return, obviously, yes. So I will read that later, but I will say this, I don't think there's any more chapters here. No. And I will also say this, we won't be continuing on today anyway. So yeah, if you want more of this series, you'll have to go to Patreon and like it once I upload it later today. And if you want more, obviously the likes means a lot, and views and likes means a lot on YouTube as well, but this is going to be privatized. But before I end this video, gotta shout out Patreon, obviously I was those. So yeah. Patreon is the way to go with this channel, because that's where you get the most out of it. $2 a month and you'll get all access. So try to make it as cheap as possible so as many people can join that want to. It is down in the description and is up in live chat. And if you're not able to press it before I privatize this video, it is basically on every video on the channel that you can find that is public. Just go down in the description, find a link, and you'll easily be able to access Patreon. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video before I privatize it. Discord in the description. You should join. That's where you really get notified from for the videos, because YouTube don't always do that. Also, second channel on Twitch. And until next time, which will hopefully be tomorrow. See ya. See you next time. Bye bye.